And good evening, everyone, and welcome to Alexandria Senior High School, JL Butch Stoker Stadium, where it is time for Ash Trojan football. It is week 9, and that is it. We welcome in the Rebels of West Monroe, Louisiana, back-to-back Rebel weekends as the Trojans took care of business with the Pineville Rebels last week, and they will play host to the West Monroe Rebels this weekend. And welcome aboard all of those around the state that are watching this when we understand there are a lot of eyes that are coming in on tonight's game. I am Doug Gann. I'd like to welcome into the booth my partner, Nick Magnano. Nick, welcome aboard, brother.
How we doing this evening? Beautiful night out, 84 degrees, feels like 89. Got a little humidity here later, and it's going to be a beautiful night for football.
On the air a little bit early tonight, a senior night here in Alexandria. The Ash Trojans will honor their 21 seniors prior to the game. At halftime, we'll let you watch what's going on with the support personnel, but going to be a pretty good ball game tonight. West Monroe comes into this 7-1. A lot of the talk around the boards is that it is a down year for West Monroe. How can you be 7-1 and it be a down year? They have high expectations up in the northeast portion of the state. They do battle up there in that area. District 2-5A still, but it's Ruston, it's Ouachita, it's West Monroe, it's West Ouachita for a couple of more games. Your Ash Trojans and, of course, the Pineville Rebels all make up District 2-5A. But I'm telling you, Nick, this is your first look really at Northeast Louisiana football. A lot of similarities.
I tell you, the copy and paste on a lot of the film you see. Although West Monroe, they will do a few different formations on offense. They will throw the ball a little bit, but most importantly, they snap the ball and come after you, and that's what they.
Let's get a little choppy. So if you do get some pauses in there, just hang on, and it will get going again on there. Senior night tonight we talked about these senior
season game, but they have big plans to be back here in the playoffs, and wow, 21 seniors. Doug, that's impressive.
That just goes to show you they only had 77 guys on the roster last season itself, and so that's just a testament showing where this program is going. big freshman class. I think they have about 135, 140 total. They won't dress that many tonight, but it'll be one of those games. But again, got things going a little bit earlier. Trojans come into tonight's contest at 5-3 and 2-1 in district play. And if you're looking around, Bachman wouldn't talk about it last night on the show, but the only chance the Trojans have tonight is if they can beat the West Monroe Rebels in this one. Then you got to cheer West Monroe on next week and have a little log jam at the top. But you got to tease anymore. You know, the last time they were here at J.L. Butch Stoker Stadium, we all remember that one. That's the one that Judd Barton led that offense into the state championship, a game against Acadiana after knocking off West Monroe in the semifinals right here, back when it was grass at J.L. Butch Stoker Stadium. So had a great time on the coaches show last night, but I'm telling you, nothing gets you ready for it like watching both teams warm up.
Yeah, for sure. And the pregame music, you know, we've been kind of hopping around up here. Didn't even get a chance to have our pregame meal yet, but I'm sure we'll get that on the commercial break. But, you know, one thing about, you were talking about, you know, Coach Bachman and, you know, worried about just tonight. Maybe that's just something that he needs to preach to the broadcasters a little more, huh, Doug?
No, not at all. We've been battling with that throughout the years that I try to get him. I'll try to get him to say something about this week over the summer, and he won't do it. But you talk to every one of the kids on the team, and they tell you, hey, it's this week. And that's no disrespect to West Monroe or Ruston or anybody else that they're going to play. It's just telling you that we're focusing on here. We're not looking back at week 8. We're not looking ahead to week 10 or the playoffs. And look, they'll leave that up to us to start figuring, okay, if we can win a couple of games, now that gives us the playoffs. Look at it. They're looking at lining up, kicking things off at 7 o'clock and playing play-by-play against this West Monroe team.
Yeah, they weren't talking about the power ratings. They weren't worried about what happens if they win tonight and they win next week. They weren't worried about. They were just focused on what they have to do tonight. Not even necessarily on what, you know, is happening across the side, you know, on the other sideline until the games. But
Pineville, you'll see all of those. District championship tonight. Buckeye looks the most anticipated game tonight, a team that we will hit the road and go see next week. So going to take our first break of the evening. And did I mention that when we come out of the break, it'll be time for our Why Not Stop keys to the game. Then we'll get into our starting lineups. But each week,
I left my printout at the office, and I'm an old school. Put it down on paper, guys.
You did text it to me, so
I've got it on my phone.
Okay,
I've got it on my phone, but I'm going to have to read it off my phone. So I'm starting to feel like a teenager, Doug.
You got to rely on that phone. We're going to rely on our sponsors to help us bring you football each and every Friday night. We're going to step away right now for our first break. You are watching Ash Trojan football right here on 446 Sports.
It all started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by 2 walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Walk On.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Is your vision just not as crisp and clear as it used to be? Are you having difficulty driving, especially at night? Are you over 40 and now needing reading glasses? If so, the trusted eye care team at Wallace Eye Associates is here to help with your family's eye care needs, just like we have been for nearly 40 years. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Harrell, Certified Residential Appraiser. I am currently a leading provider of appraisal services for mortgage lending, employee relocation, estate planning, and community property settlements. My experience in real estate over the past 13 years and currently serving as president of the Greater Central Louisiana Realtors Association has given me a clear understanding of the real estate world and the ever-changing market we live in today. For any of your valuation needs, give me, Kimberly Harrell, a call.
And we are back. You're watching the band make its way through there. And Doug Gann alongside of Nick Magnano. Of course, Brett Stahlsby pushing the buttons. And the best-dressed cameraman in the business, Roger Walker, is out there manning the camera tonight, getting a good shot of the pregame festivities. You smell the smoke in the air, a lot of barbecue pits here, a lot of folks dressed up. It is senior night here at J.L. Butch Stoker Stadium. Got to visit with the voice of the Trojans here a little earlier, and Ronnie Schwartz came by and visited with us. Good to see him. Another successful season in the booth. I think this is year number 86 that he's been calling PA up here, and so it just resonates in the voices, but glad to see him. And then Coov back in the house as always. Man, we got the crew back here, the 2020 crew. Might be except for you guys.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, so you've been on a roll lately. I'll give you that with your keys to the game, Nick. So this is our Why Not Stop keys to the game. And just to familiarize you guys that are new to it, and some of them are going to tell us this is the worst thing they've ever seen, that aren't from our area. The folks from our area at least like it, and those that are new to it may not like it, but, what do you do? We'll see you next year.
That's right.
At any rate. But these are the things that are going to lead the Trojans to a victory tonight over the Rebels of West Monroe. So, Brett, why don't you go ahead and throw up key number 1?
Slower traffic to the right.
So how
I get
would
that one.
How would that equate to with the passing vehicle? What does that have to do anything with the key to a game?
Our offense is gonna have to keep that front 7. Slow them down. They get up the field. They put their hands up if they don't get to the passer. So that lateral, that wide passing game that we have, if we can keep the balls outside at first, widen them out, make them get their eyes moving. That'll be a big.
So you're telling me we have to get over in the left lane and we have to control the passing.
That's right.
We can't sit in the right
That's
side
right.
and be that slower vehicle.
That's
I like
correct.
what you did
That's
there.
correct.
Key number 2.
Oh my gosh.
Uh-oh. What on earth do you make out of that?
Oh man, I'm not a UFC guy, so you're gonna have to tell me what this is.
That's a little bit of ground and pound.
I got you.
When they get them on the mat, they'll take the fighters and they'll just pound on them. They get them to the ground, and so that was a little symbolic of West Monroe's ground game.
That's right.
So what'll that do for you?
We have to make them throw the ball. Our front 7 has to compete and win the battles up front and make Federico throw the ball. And that's the key there.
So you're saying we can't get in a ground and pound game with West Monroe?
That's right.
I like the way you do that. That's a good graphic for you. Let's try number 3.
The last ride, and that's correct for these seniors. This is the last ride against West Monroe. They need to take advantage of this home field. It's been since 2020. So and they're not going to get another chance because even if they make the playoffs, West Monroe's in the non-select side. We're in the select side. So this is their chance to say that they took the Rebels from West Monroe down.
There you go. And this senior class has not done this. There's not been a class that has done that from the District 2 5A for Ash. There's never beaten them in district at all. The one lone win came in the playoffs back in 2020, catapulted the Trojans into the dome that was not at the dome. It was the dome away from dome. Yeah. We remember that was a COVID year, and they played it outdoors up there at Northwestern, a 2-point conversion away. But I digress. This is 2023, and those are our Why Not Stop keys to the game. And I like what you did there with the ground and pound. We got to keep them out of there. There you see the Trojans in their gold tops with the white letters. We can see those pretty good. That's not bad. The white pants on there, West Monroe now off the field as they're giving a little way for the for the senior night festivities. Let's step away. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll take you through the pregame festivities, which lead us to senior night here, and then we'll be down for the countdown. We'll be all that. We'll meet our starters. We'll do all of that when we come back. You are watching Ash Trojan football right here on 446 Sports.
The fine folks at BK Distributors want to thank all the educators for weathering the storms, so to speak, through 2020 and beyond. Thank you for your dedication to our children. The end of the school year awards are now available. Any type of award, trophies, banners, plaques, they do it all at BK Distributors. So with school almost out, that means summer leagues are in full swing. New items, same great prices, and fast turnaround. BK Distributors, Highway 20 in East Pineville behind Arby's.
Buying car insurance for the first time can be overwhelming. Do you have enough coverage? Are you paying too much? Will someone be there for you when the unexpected happens? I'm Jason Hawk with Farm Bureau Insurance. You may think it's easier online, but why wait? We're here to help you make sure you're covered. When it comes to car insurance, we have the answers, and we may have rates that save you money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect your biggest investments.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks right from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are, or whatever you're doing. Download our mobile app today.
And we are back here. It is a beautiful night for football, and excited to be here, Coach. How do you keep your guys focused on senior night?
Well, to be honest with you, all you have to do is point across the field, the other end of the field. I mean, with this group, I mean, this is not your homecoming game where you traditionally play a weaker opponent. This is your last home game against a team that's ranked number 7 in power ratings with 2 games to go. So it's not very hard. It's not very hard.
Well, if you got to get motivated for this game, you probably aren't going to be on the field during this one.
You're exactly right.
I can tell you that because the 20, 25, 26, 27 or so that will play in this one tonight, offensively and defensive, because they each of them go out 13 or 14 deep each side of it. You see them gathering around there. Great work by my man Roger Walker to do that. And we're going to step away, let you listen to the sights and sounds of the pregame here. Well, they'll turn it over to the PA announcer, and that'll get things going. So Nick and I will be back when the senior night presentation is over with. But you don't go anywhere. You stick around, and let's honor those senior Trojans right here.
Good. If you have a green Toyota Camry parked in a reserved parking with the license plate number 792FNJ, you need to go move your car before it gets towed. Thank you. That's a green Toyota Camry.
I was going to say, we got somebody that'll tow it. Hey, Coach Barrios.
Yes, sir.
Got some food around the corner there if you guys want something.
We will definitely take you on your pay. I learned from the last time I was here. I think I had some chips or whatever, I said, man, I wish I had the food before I dip off that.
Yeah, we got some grub over there, so y'all help yourselves.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We would like to thank you for joining us tonight as we honor our seniors who have worked so hard and contributed so greatly to our school during their time at Alexandria Senior High. Tonight's senior night festivities will begin with the senior football players. First, we have Cohen Doyle. Cohen is a student coach of the varsity football team and is being escorted tonight by his parents, Callum and Billy Doyle. After graduation, he plans to attend McNeese State University in hopes of becoming a radiologist. Next, we have number 10, Aiden Walker. Aiden is a defensive end on the varsity football team and is being escorted tonight by his mother, Althea Walker. He is undecided on his plans after high school. Thank you, Aiden Walker. Next, we have number 1, Jalen Johnson. Jalen is a wide receiver and defensive back on the varsity football team, and he is being escorted tonight by his mother, Nicole Weber, and his brother, Eric Speed Jr. After graduation, he plans to commit to a college football team. Number 13, Jalen Kirk. Jalen is an outside linebacker on the varsity football team and is being escorted tonight by his mother, Latoya Kirk, and his sister Destiny Baez. After graduation, Jalen plans to pursue a bachelor's in sports administration. Number 14, Tristan Layfield. Tristan is an outside linebacker on the varsity football team and is being escorted tonight by his grandmother, Annette Mangel, and his father, Byron Layfield. After graduation, he plans to attend the University of Louisiana in Monroe and pursue a bachelor's in nursing. Number 70, Cameron Calderon Simon. Cameron is a center on the varsity football team and is being escorted tonight by his mother, Tanya Calderon Eli, and his father, Peter Simon. After graduation, he plans to pursue his bachelor's degree in college. Number 49, Joel Mule Tate. Joel is a middle linebacker on the varsity football team and is being escorted tonight by his parents, Sherry and David Tate. After graduation, he plans to attend Louisiana State University of Alexandria to get a degree in sports medicine or kinesiology. Number 5, Amarion Ford. Amarion is a linebacker on the varsity football team. He is being escorted by his parents, Patrice and Antonio Ford. After graduation, he plans to pursue a degree in kinesiology. Number 56, Brett Bain. Brett is an offensive player on the varsity football team and is being escorted tonight by his parents, Brian and Christy Bain. After graduation, he plans to attend Louisiana Tech University. Number 7, Ty Feaster. Ty is the quarterback on the varsity football team. He is being escorted tonight by his parents, Shelley and David Feaster. After graduation, he plans to pursue a career in sports medicine. Number 57, Hunter Rivette. Hunter is a right tackle on the varsity football team and is being escorted tonight by his parents, Doug and Olivia Rivette. After graduation, he plans to attend Louisiana Tech University and pursue a degree in engineering. Number 18, Rylan Hall. Parents, Rhoda and Terry Hall. After graduation, he plans to attend college. Number 22, Jason Blackwell. Number 9, Number 22, Jason Blackwell. Jason is a strong safety on the varsity football team and is being escorted tonight by his father, Jason Blackwell Sr., and his mother, Brittany Piper. After graduation, he plans to attend college and major in accounting and business. Number 9, Tylen Johnson. Tylen is a running back on the varsity football team and is being escorted tonight by his mother, Alyssa Nelson, and his father, Olympus Johnson. After graduation, he plans to attend either the University of Louisiana at Lafayette or join the Air Force. Number 89, Jacob Ryan. Jacob is a wide receiver on the varsity football team and is being escorted tonight by his parents, John and Johanna Ryan. After graduation, he plans to attend trade school. Number 31, Caleb Stewart. Caleb is a defensive back on the varsity football team and is being escorted tonight by his mother, Deshandra Hicks. After graduation, he plans to attend Nicholls State University to pursue a degree in culinary arts. Number 4, Edward Scott. Edward is a wide receiver on the varsity football team and is being escorted tonight by his parents, Nadej and Ed Scott. After graduation, he hopes to commit to college football. Number 25, Bowden Van Dyke. Bowden is the kicker for the varsity football team and is being escorted by his mother, Valerie Van Dyke. After graduation, he plans to attend Louisiana State University in hopes of becoming a physical therapist. Number 94, Jeremiah Jeffers Wright. Jeremiah is a defensive tackle on the varsity football team and is being escorted tonight by his parents, Sandy and Bandy Wright. Jeremiah has been offered several scholarships at the collegiate level. However, he is undecided as to which university he will attend. He does plan on majoring in nursing. Number 11, Amarion Mingo. Amarion is a wide receiver and cornerback for the varsity football team. He is being escorted tonight by his parents, Chauncey and Tyronica Mingo. After graduation, he plans on pursuing a degree in computer science while also playing football. Number 90, Christian Ray. Christian is a defensive end on the varsity football team and is being escorted tonight by his parents, Phyllis and Kelton Ray. After graduation, he plans to join the Marines. Now, we will recognize our water girl from the football team, Jayla Rochelle. Jayla Rochelle is a Trojan football water girl and is being escorted by her mentor, Coach Skip. After graduation, she plans to attend the University of Louisiana in Lafayette to major in nursing. Thank you, seniors, and congratulations on all of your accomplishments during your time at Ash. We would not be the school that we are without each of you. Please join us for halftime to recognize our senior cheerleaders, dance line, flag line, band, Tom Line, and MCJ.
Looking for somewhere different for lunch? La Bistro Coffee and Waffle Bar is a gourmet espresso bar and restaurant with an emphasis on Southern social experience, featuring a wide variety of salads, soups, sandwiches, and of course waffles. La Bistro has something for everyone and every lifestyle. Whether you are meeting friends, spending time with family, or hosting a private party, we offer a dining experience all will enjoy. La Bistro Coffee and Waffle Bar on Coliseum Boulevard.
Time for a red, white, and cool summer event at Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. It's hot out there, and we want to cool you down with some great savings on your new AC unit. Right now, you could save on a new energy-saving system. No money down, 0% interest, and no payments till June 2024. Plus a 10-year parts and labor warranty. Just need a repair? We got you covered too, with $50 off any repair backed by a 2-year parts and labor warranty. Call Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing or visit us online.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
It all started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by 2 walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Lock On.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Is your vision just not as crisp and clear as it used to be? Are you having difficulty driving, especially at night? Are you over 40 and now needing reading glasses? If so, the trusted eye care team at Wallace Eye Associates is here to help with your family's eye care needs, just like we have been for nearly 40 years. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
And welcome back to J.L. Butch Stoker Stadium here, Alexandria, Louisiana. This is a District 2 5A heavyweight battle here between the visiting Rebels of West Monroe and your Trojans of Alexandria Senior High School. And once again, the bar's been set in here, Nick, as it relates to press box food. We were the worst in District 2 5A in the state last year, but I think we vaulted to #1, worst to first. How could we do such a thing?
You invited a fat boy. You invited a fat boy on the broadcast who's got a wonderful family friend, group of friends in the Meshes, Tricia and Eddie Mesh from La Bistro Coffee and Waffle Bar, and they know how I feel about them, so I get emotional when I talk about them because of how much they meant to us whenever, Marlene was going through, her situation, but also just in life. Our kids have grown up together. He's helped me coach. He coached, for 13 years with me at Grace. Trisha's been a soccer mom the whole time, and they've been nothing but supportive of everything we've done. Now they're at Ash, and they've been very supportive here, but yeah, those Italian po' boys were very good. And
from La Bistro.
Yeah, La Bistro
Coffee and Waffle Bar. Yeah, it's just there on Jackson Street on Coliseum Boulevard. Right down there next to, in the shopping center with Kohl's and all of that over there. But make sure you go by there and check those folks out. It is amazing. And every week they surprise us with what they bring. And this was the Italian po' boys tonight. I did see cookies and such in there. But enough about the press box food. I think it's a great opportunity to look at our Velar and Green starting lineups. Of course, our friends at Velar and Green Attorney Law. If you're looking for wills, successions, just about anything that you need, give the guys at Velar and Green a call. And right now, we'll take a look at our defensive starters for the Trojans tonight across that defensive line. And Nick, when we heard about the seniors, it's like the starting lineup was being announced there, and it leads it off with defensive lineman converted from linebacker. That is Aiden Walker. Also joining him along the line is Jeremiah Jeffers Wright, and you heard that he is undecided on his college choice. Will make his decision following the season. You like him to do it before the season or after the season, and we think we're going to be able to live stream that. Another man that has surprised us this year and just got after it, Elijah Nelson, completes the way. I expect you'll see that 4-down line, 5-down lineman set a lot that will bring Tristan Layfield back in there, that will bring Hobbs back in there also. But that'll take care of your starting defensive line. Outside linebacker Jalen Kirk, who has just been playing lights out since he returned from being shaken up, and it was part of being on the show, I think, that vaulted him into to doing that. Moving right along from there is Jay Frazier. Jay has a 97-yard INT pick 6 on his resume this season. Amirion Mingo will get the start opposite at cornerback, number 11, the senior converted offensive wide receiver. He is over there, and he'll be joined on the other side with Jalen Johnson. You'll see Jalen in there as well. Strong safety, and that's a dynamic duo that's back there. Senior number 22, Jason Blackwell, had his first pick 6, first INT of the season, and took it to the house. What was impressive is he has to go behind him to get it and bring it back in. But great work, Jason Blackwell. And then joining him back at free safety is the junior, Jaden Lewis. Jaden has played solid all season. I think the first half of the season he was a little bit more active out there, but look for a big night from Jaden tonight. Of course, it's all about the X's and O's when it comes down to the defensive front or the defensive unit for the Trojans, and that is sophomore Xavier White. You'll hear us refer to him as X tonight, and he has played lights out tonight. This year has Xavier White. And there's the O portion of X's and O's. That's the other middle linebacker, Omarion Ford, the senior. And those two complement, although a couple of years apart, complement themselves very, very well. Moving along defensively, Jordan Mason will come in when they go to that 4-man front we told you, and then Peyton Hobbs will come in and play a little bit of it as well. And then finally that'll wrap up the defense for the Trojans. Looking at the Ash offense, we go over there to the trigger man. He is senior quarterback Ty Feaster. Ty with a great season going on, and it was just great to talk to him last night. He and his dad, who's the offensive coordinator over at LCU this year, that's off to a tremendous start themselves, had one of the longest win streaks that were going on. But Ty Feaster having a great year, and just a great young man to talk to last night, Nick.
Yeah, for sure. JT Lindsay, number 6, the running back. Do you have to say anything else?
One of the things that we'll see that the Trojans have not been able to do in the past couple of years is get to that seam against West Monroe. I expect JT to have a rush touchdown of plus 40, plus 45 yards on the night. I think they come in, crash in, he hits the seam and houses one of them. Moving along on that offensive unit, we saw the 2 wide receivers that were on there last night. Number 4, E.J. Scott, and he's joined back there on the other side of it by number 3, Darius Washington, and just 2 of the nicest, most likable young men that you'll find.
Yeah, and play way above their weight.
One of the other ones that are out at the wide out, and you'll see Jimmy Duncan all over the place tonight, but we'll get the start in that 3 wide receiver set. You're looking at the guy that has done a lot of things, and that's where you move to your H-back / tight end, and that's number 85, Tanner Townsend, the junior, 4 receiving touchdowns on the season for the Ash Trojans, and a team that never throws to the tight end.
That's right.
Moving along on there, you see that offensive line, the left side of it, led by juniors, and then they'll anchor down in the middle. But on the left tackle, it's number 54, Caleb Pearl. At the left guard, it is number 72, Jacoby Morris, easily the biggest young man that is on that offensive unit.
Yeah.
Moving to the center, that's where the seniors are at, and that's Cam Calderon, who leans at. You saw him come out tonight, and anytime he comes in, he's on the show, he has to sit in the middle.
That's right.
And the guys will move him around until he's right there, because they have to get where they're at. But Cam Calderon is there. And on the right side of the defensive line, you see a couple of more seniors. That's senior Brett Bain. Big shout out to the grandparents. They always go back and watch the show afterwards. They were in the crowd last night out at Walk-On, so big shout out to those folks. And then Hunter Rivette anchors that right tackle side on the field, and saw him honored tonight on senior night as a part of these festivities. So just a great group offensively and defensively that we see, and we appreciate the work of V. Lauren Green for allowing us to help bring you high school sports on Friday nights. Nick, big shout out. Coach Ernie Lott's always, most of the time up here around in the press box driving the bus. He is on a little bit of a getaway this weekend up in Arkansas. My favorite part about Coach Lott? His wife is amazing. Miss Sandy taught me English back in high school, and so I have to articulate everything correctly when she's out there. But tomorrow's her birthday, so a big happy birthday out to Sandy Lott. We know that you're up there listening and watching along, so a big shout out to you.
I was wondering where you were going with that. I was nervous.
There's always a way to get to where I'm going.
That's right. That's right.
No, the originator, the old slobber knocker, and the only person that's in the booth that has made me keep my thumb on the mute button because you never knew what was coming out of my old buddies there. But many a miles we've traveled getting those those char-grilled oysters down at Cafe Josephine in Sunset. That's the place to be. Here's a couple of things to look at. Tonight, we're going to choose our Southern Air Cool Play of the Game. That's been a lot of fun. And then we'll name on Sunday our Quibido's Player of the Week. On Week 9 already, we've had JT has done it a couple of times on there. But each school that we broadcast will name a Player of the Year. And then eventually it will go into a overall Player of the Year. So we're just as excited as we can be.
Yeah, for a scholarship, right?
Yeah, they'll get. We're going to present them with our Player of the Year with a $500 scholarship to the school of their choosing. So we're just glad to be able to give back to the schools. You see West Monroe starting to make their way out. They of course bring the American flag out with them. They bring their West Monroe flag, and they've got a pink one out there in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. But the Rebels are in their red pants, white jerseys with the big red block letters, and the one thing we like about them, those are easy to read numbers on there. The Trojans will be in gold tonight. Coach, you go back to your keys to the game. The Trojans have to get out and throw the ball. They have to get out in that passing lane, spend time in the left lane, and get out there and throw the ball. You saw some things in that Zachary game that was able to open up this defense, and Zachary, the lone loss for West Monroe this year, Zachary was able to go out and go over the top and take the top off of that West Monroe defense. What do you see out of the Trojans tonight and their opportunities for that?
Yeah, I mean, that's from what I've seen, and I've looked at 7 of their games, and everything I've seen, they play against a lot of teams that are run heavy. Zachary was not. Zachary would pass the ball. Zachary went 3-4 wide just like we do, and they made big plays, and there were other big plays there that they missed. So they're going to be there, and I'm sure they've made some adjustments, and I'm sure, but I mean, we have a chance to really move the ball down the field on them in the air.
Right below at the bottom of your screen, you see the Trojan walk taking place, and the Trojans, that's one of the things that they've done. That'll change next season as they work on that field house, or maybe 2 seasons from now. But just a special time, and you see a lot of cameras that are out taking some videos of this. Fans are on their feet making a lot of noise. This is Ash. This is West Monroe, and this is going to be one for the ages. First time that the Rebels have been up here while there's been turf, but of course they play on a turf field, as does most every Northeastern team up there. You see Coach Bachman starting to make his way out onto the field. And look, I'm telling you, anybody that knows Coach Bachman knows that those 20, 30 hours from the end of the show last night to being able to walk out on the field today has been a tense 23 hours. They huddle in and will go to their prayer. And that's one of the greatest things that you see out of these guys, that they all get together and bow in prayer. And so it's just, wow. Common opponents, both of us have faced the Spartans of East Ascension, and both of us come out with victories.
Very similar, yeah.
In that game. It was one of those games you see the Rebels of West Monroe make their way out onto the field. Again, a big shout out to all of the folks up from West Monroe that are tuning in and watching tonight's contest. We give you a big welcome from Alexandria and hope that you enjoy your stay with us this evening. I am Doug Gann, alongside of Nick Magnano, Brett Stallsby pushing the buttons, and my man Roger Walker out on camera one tonight. Trojans make their way around the fence and will huddle in behind where that you see the Alexandria Trojans. They like to, over the last couple of years, have went more with Alexandria and a little less with Ash. They want to be about this life. They want to be about this city and this community. and so you see more of Alexandria on everything that they do.
Yeah, and it's been a big adjustment for this guy, but I'm getting used to it.
Well, you're no Bolton guy,
That's right. It was always Ash. It was always Ash. So yeah, but it's Alexandria has a good ring to it as well.
And brother-in-law that's out there, as you see the Trojans, he is a graduate of Ash, and so you see that. But boy, you hear the excitement, everything going on here. Man, this is what you want out of Friday night football. You could not have asked for a better night for it, for a better season for it. Trojans sit at 5-3. West Monroe at 7-1 on the season. West Monroe still has that district championship in their sights on there because they have a game against Ruston. And surely you don't get where they look ahead to Ruston. They are so focused this year. They know what they're doing. We're going to turn it over to our public address and take you through the prayer and the anthem. Don't go anywhere.
Other members of the color guard are First Sergeant Benjamin Melder, Cadet First Lieutenant Samantha Dock, and Hayden Cohen. Please take a moment that the American flag is flying at half-mast as directed by our President to honor the victims of Lewiston, Maine. At this time, will you please stand? As Reagan Monroe, Senior FCA member, will lead us in the prayer, followed by the playing of the national anthem by the Fighting Trojan Band under the direction of Sean Narquani.
Dear Lord, thank you for this beautiful day you have given to us. Thank you for giving these two teams the chance to compete tonight, and please help each of them reflect good sportsmanship. As the seniors are celebrated, provide comfort and guidance to them and their families as they begin a new chapter. Please keep the players, referees, fans, and coaches safe, and watch over everyone as they travel home. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. Go Trojans.
Tremendous job by that Fighting Trojan Band. You look at our national colors that are coming off of there and appreciate the work by the Alexandria JROTC. Captains for the Trojans tonight, number 94, Jeremiah Jeffers Wright. Number 70, Cam Calderon. Number 56 is Brett Bain, and number 11 is My Mingo. Looks like Cohen Doyle is out there with them, too, as a captain right behind them. And what a tremendous story that young man is. He is the one that was the heart transplant recipient, tried to get back into football and just realized that coaching it was probably better, and that's the better part of it. Captains for the visiting Rebels tonight, Nick.
Yeah, Hayden Federico, quarterback, senior. Number 3, number 11, senior wide receiver Grant Edmondson. Looks like number 42 is also senior Cole Michael Stevens, a linebacker, and number 76, offensive lineman, senior Nate Green.
Getting a good look at it inside from our man Roger Walker. Of course, you see the visiting Rebels of West Monroe that will call it tonight on there, just a couple of minutes away, and I think we filled as much of this hour pregame show as we possibly can. Don't forget, we'll have Coach Bachman up here following tonight's game. We'll have him in the press box for the Ash Trojan postgame show. Trojans have won the toss, it appears, and we'll see if they come out and take the football. Bachman and I, and when we talked about it last, no, West Monroe got it, and they chose to receive. So, and that goes back to that ground and pound game. West Monroe wants to get it, and they're content to choke off 7-8 minutes of this clock. You've got to go out there and 3 and out those guys if you want to set the tone in this one. Partner, we're in for a nifty one tonight.
Yeah, the way they play, Doug, they're not worried about the last possession on the first half and the first. They're just worried about taking it.
Just assume the last possession be right here.
That's right. That's right. And we have 48 minutes of football and the rest of your life to remember, and that's what these guys need to know about tonight.
The kick team for the Trojans start to make their way out there, and this group has been pretty solid throughout the year. And we'll see if that's Van Dyke or Mesh that has made it out there.
That's Channing.
Channing Mesh on there, and a group of Rebels have 6 across the front of it, and they've got the hands unit. Everybody's seen the tape. They know that the Trojans will roll one out there for you. Mesh looking around, trying to spot what he's looking at. You got 3 men at the 30, and back deep to receive is number 7 for the Rebels, and we'll get you up with David Moore. He's also back there, looks like, with Grant Edmondson. Both of those players just as solid as they can be. That's a little squibbler there, and the Trojans are going to have an opportunity for it. Looks like West Monroe has fallen on it, so first kickoff of the game, and they tried to trick them a little bit by having Mesh in there. But, man, that ball just squibbled around right there at the front. It's going to give a short field. Trying to steal a possession is Bachman and the Trojans, but that defense confident that they can go out there and put some stuff together whichever way they go. Well, all the talk is over with, have looked at this game for a long time on the schedule. And I know the Trojans have looked at it since they finished things off with the Rebels of last week.
Hey, Jalen Johnson starting his left corner against number 11, which, I mean, that's a great matchup there with this tall Grant Edmondson out here.
Federico comes out in the shotgun. He has got McNeil in the backfield with him, bringing a man in motion. That's going to be that little toss pass, trying to get to the corner, wrapping it up and making a big-time tackle.
Yeah, Marion Ford there. What a tackle. I tell you, that was big because he was about to break it.
He had a seam indeed, and that was David Moore, the senior wide receiver that came across and got that one. And now Moore and Edmondson will flank out to the far side. Actually, it looks like Edmondson, he's going to be that far receiver on the numbers that are out there. Number 22, McNeil, is still in there at running back. Federico now comes back into his normal under center spot, calls for it. Fullback's going to get it, and he powers his way, but the defensive line is right there. And here you go with a big third down, Coach. This is just what you wanted. Anything on this side of the 50, you got to believe West Monroe is going to go after it.
Yeah, Xavier White on the play there, stayed at home, with his reads, and we watched a film of the JV game, and West Monroe, they will use the fullback a lot in the run game, and X did a great job on that. So X and O both starting out, making it 3rd and 5 here.
Edmondson to the top, Moore to the near side. Federico in there has McNeil at running back. At the fullback spot is Christian Ponzi. It looks like Ponti is there. Here comes the man in motion again. Fakes that Federico rolling, got a man wide open. And that's in and out of the hands. And oh, baby, was that a close one. That was intended for number 34 that has made his way out of there, Jay Cash. And I mean, Cash had pay dirt in front of him, much pun intended.
I tell you, we dodged a bullet there. That was a perfect play call, and, all eyes on the backfield. And Federico had a great play fake and great throw, but fortunately they dropped it.
Daniel Lane into punt. Darius Washington back on his 10-yard line. Snap is back. That kick is a high one, and got to let it settle in at the 9. Going to pick that up is Darius. Darius trying to get up the middle. D-Dub out to the 21-yard line, and Trojans did exactly what they wanted, Coach, but we got a man down slow trying to get up around the 9-yard line. We'll take a look and see who that is. Officials timeout. Looks like Jason Black. Is that 22?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Jason Blackwell seems to have injured his one of his right side is what he's favoring, his lower leg. That offensive unit sends Darius Washington out to the far side of the field. Feaster's got Lindsey in the backfield with him as Jason comes back to the near side. E.J. Scott, the lone receiver, stands at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Trojans from their own 21-yard line. And here we go after that 3 and out. Stepping up in press coverage is the defensive unit, now backing off a little bit. Feaster calls for it. Play action now zips it over the far side. Darius trying to get around the corner, get out of a tackle, and that's a big first down for the Trojans. And now you get that first down, and here comes the tempo.
Yeah, that's Darius. It was Darius on that stop route, 13 yards. Just a great play to start off.
E.J. now settles in at the slot nearest to the Trojans lineup. Back to pass now, another quick one, going right back at it and taking what the defense gives them. That is a 6-yard pickup out to Darius Washington, and he's got a couple of quick completions. They'll give him 7, make it 2nd down and 3. Have to get to the just outside the 49. Ball rest, or the 44. Ball rests at the Trojan 41-yard line. JT yet to carry it. Now gets the toss to the near side. Cuts back up the middle, spins around, does JT, and that's a first down for the Trojans out to the 46-yard line, and you got to like what you see out of that offense here, Coach.
Yeah, 2 quick first downs, and, here we go. They're off now.
1st down and 10 for the Trojans from their own 46-yard line. Feaster, snap throw again, taking what they give him.
Yeah,
that looks like EJ now as they switch sides. And what does that set up?
Yeah, EJ,
that sets up that pump fake and one over the top. But as long as they're going to give you 7 yards off, you take what they give you.
That's it. 4 or 5 yards of play, definitely, for sure.
One receiver this time. That leads to the toss to the near side. JT's going to cut it. JT.
Got it.
To the outside goes JT. 35-30. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Trojans. Touchdown, JT Lindsey. And, Coach, what did we tell you in the pregame that we thought JT would do?
You said he would bust one, and he sure did. And that was a great play. They pulled, sealed off the edge, and he went the distance.
Yeah, let's see if we can look at it again, Brett, on that one. We'll see it, keep you posted on what's going on here. But they run the toss to the near side from the 50. We said he'd go for one over 45 yards. And watch that seal off by the offensive unit. And once JT gets there, he's off and going. Van Dyke set to attempt the PAT. That kick is up, and it is good. We are just 3 minutes into this one, and the Trojans lead it 7-0. We'll be right back. You're watching Ash Trojan football right here on 446 Sports.
Time for our red, white, and cool summer event at Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. It's hot out there, and we want to cool you down with some great savings on your new AC unit. Right now, you could save on a new energy-saving system. No money down, 0% interest, and no payments till June 2024. Plus a 10-year parts and labor warranty. Just need a repair? We got you covered too, with $50 off any repair backed by a 2-year parts and labor warranty. Call Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing or visit us online.
We are back to JL Butch Stoker Stadium. Doug Gann, Nick Magnano, and couldn't really be a better start for the Trojans as they hold West Monroe to 3 and out and then attack the defense with that short pass that was playing off. The corners were playing off, so they went and attacked it, and then here comes JT with the toss to the near side going 51 yards for the touchdown.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful run there. Beautiful play by the offensive line, and Townsend with the seal-off block there, and boy, great start.
You know, the great work is they had tried the onside kick. Now this is a pooch. That's going to be a little bit close if it jumps around. West Monroe is going to get that one, and not giving an opportunity for a big run back here. We'll kick it short, kick it pooch, kick it whatever you want to do, but great work by Channing Mesh there. And, you know, you go back to the first one, the onside that wasn't recovered had a short field for West Monroe. Trojans able to go 3 and out.
Yeah, Doug, and I'm looking, and it looks like Blackwell's still out. He's limp. No, let's see. It's Rylan Hall, I think, in for him with Jaden back there.
Jalen Johnson stays in at cornerback. He is to the near side. Federico brings out that offensive unit once again, and he's got McNeil in the backfield. The fullback is Ponte. Federico from the shotgun gives it to the first man through, but the second and third man always banging around, and that's that fullback that has done that. And I'm telling you, they do not stop coming at you.
Yeah, Ford missed it. He didn't wrap up on that one. He was there and didn't quite wrap up. But 4-yard gain, we can live with that on this first down.
And quite frankly, had about a yard loss on it. But that fullback just keeps banging around. Aiden Walker comes off, and Tristan Layfield now will come in. Look like they may be trying to move a little bit around. Not sure. Walker stands right next to Coach Mercer, ready to get back into the game. 2nd down and 6 for the Rebels from the 42-yard line. 8:17 remaining, first quarter of play. Snap is back. That's play action, and it sailed over to the right side. Complete. Spun around, and the Trojans did not wrap up, and that's 2 plays in a row that could have been stopped, but it equals the first down tonight for the West Monroe Rebels, and they're back in Trojan territory.
Yeah, Mama he came in once again, didn't wrap up again, so 7-yard gain there, and we gotta start making those tackles, making those plays for short gains or a loss.
Well, they come up, and instead of wrapping up like they did most of the year, just kind of put a shoulder in, so that Coach Mercer will get them straight. Aiden Walker still on the sideline. That defensive unit comes up. They are within 7, 8, 9 yards of the ball. First down and 10 from the Trojan 49-yard line goes Federico and the Rebels. Penalty flag comes in. It's going to be dead ball and a false start, and that will get that young offensive lineman lit up from his coaching staff on the far side. But it puts them back into their own territory, does it, of the Rebels, and it'll put them behind the chains at 1st down and 15.
Yeah, Elijah Nelson doing a dance, showing his dance moves after that one. And, hey, that's a play that, obviously they were getting a little nervous on the edge here, so he flinched.
3 receivers set for West Monroe. They'll still run out of this when they're not afraid. It's very similar to the Trojans. H-back set to the right side of Federico. Handoff is there, and another big seam. Downfield blocking leads to 15 yards, and looks like penalty flag has come in at the end of the play, and that should be.
I think that's a hold.
That's going to be holding on number 4 that we saw, and we talked about that good blocking downfield, Nick. But when the jersey's coming out.
Yeah, and the great thing there is Jalen was trying to get off of him. Jalen Johnson there was trying to get off him, was trying to make the play, and the side judge was right there.
They will call it from the spot of the foul, so you won't see it marked off from the line of scrimmage. It was downfield, and that's what puts it back to the 48. So it'll actually be a net of about a yard to be 1st down and 12, we believe. 1st down and 13.
Yeah.
Got to get to the 39-yard line of the Trojans, so another big play erased and some uncharacteristic mistakes for the West Monroe Rebels. Uncharacteristic to us. We're not used to seeing that from them.
Yeah.
Federico back in the shotgun. Been there more than we've seen him in the 3 years that we followed him. Switches McNeil from left to right. H-back to the near side as well. 1st down, 13. Federico back to pass. He's looking over the middle. Good coverage on him, and Federico can't take it down. Does his baseball slide, and his skills as a baseball player without a doubt. 7:05 to go, but give Federico 4 yards on that one. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, Jordan Mason came off his block there, and boy, he saved a big run because we were all man-to-man running with the receivers, and that was a great play by Jordan there to come off his block and make that tackle.
Aiden Walker makes it back in, and that's that heavier set.
Yeah, Peyton Hobbs in with him too.
Peyton Hobbs comes in there, and that's going to lead to that 5-man front here on 2nd down and 9. And perfect time as Federico gets back under center, just the lone receiver to the near side. Handoff is going to go back to Neal.
Got it.
There's big Jeremiah, and there is, let's see who shot in from the side. That is Aiden Walker.
Yep.
Welcome back to the game, 10.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, Doug. Those solo tackles are nice, but it's great whenever 2 of your defensive linemen make a tackle, make 2 assisted tackles
and
right
not
there.
your free safety and
That's
strong
right.
safety. Anybody with an S in their position doesn't need to lead the way in tackles. 3rd down and 9, 6:04 here to go. Halfway home in the first.
And this is where you want West Monroe, in 3rd and long.
They are tight on their formation once again. And a timeout is taken, so that Trojan defense really making things happen. Going to take it with them. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're watching Ash Trojan football right here on 446 Sports. Butch Stoker Stadium, 3rd and 9. And we'll get to an interesting point there that Nick brought up in regards to some pregame comments that we had. We'll have that in a minute, but it is 3rd down and 9. West Monroe has the ball from the Trojan 48-yard line, 5:53 to go in the first frame. And there's going to be a penalty flag that is thrown off sides against the Trojans. And, boy, you don't want to come out of there and go from 3rd and 9 down to 3rd and 4. And now you got to believe that no matter what, barring a sack or a penalty, that and Coach Bachman is out there trying to say, look, who was it? Tell me what happened.
Still 3rd down.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. 3rd down and 4.
Yeah, boy, that just now it opens. Now the defense has to worry about so many different things compared to the 3rd and 9.
West Monroe likes to drift somebody out of the backfield here. We've already seen that one time. It just went in and out of the hands of the tight end. He is to the near side, number 34. Federico back under center. He's got his H-back to the top. Handoff goes to McNeil to the far side. He's going to bang around and got tackled by his own man. Otherwise, I think he may have been to the house.
Yeah, we were very fortunate there. Of course, we did force him to make that cut, but then Ryland Hall came in. Ryland Hall's in for Jason Blackwell. Yeah. And, hey, it's his senior year. It's Ryland Hall's senior year.
Go out there and get it.
Let's
Step
get
up.
it. Let's get it. This is what you play for.
5:30 to go here in the first, and that 3rd and 9 went to a 3rd and 4 following the offsides penalty. It's been a few penalties on either team tonight.
Yeah, they're just excited, aggressive, and this is a district championship possibility.
1st down and 10 for the Rebels from the Trojan 38-yard line. Man in motion comes in and settles into the right side. Handoff comes, and now it's a little trickeration. Being chased down by Xavier.
What a play.
A shot at him and coming up. Got a tackle, and the Trojans still haven't wrapped up, but it's gang tackling, and that is big-time work by that Ash Trojan defense. Coach, take me through that play.
Yeah, reverse there. Looked like Jalen Kirk was on the backside backer and stopped the play. Forced him to well, he missed the tackle, unfortunately, but then we had enough Trojans come in and seal off the backside there and loss of 1.
It's just good fundamental staying in your zone football and not falling for that misdirection, and that's good to see out of the Trojans. 2nd down and 11 following that loss of a yard. Ball back to the 38-yard line. Federico under center's got a receiver to the top and one to the near side. Toss goes to the far side, and that is brought down there after just a 2-yard gain.
Couple of yards on the play.
And another big 3rd down for the Trojans. And that defense has been solid. They've got another opportunity here. Got to stay on side and use that 3rd and long. Seems like the Rebels have been in 3rd and long most of this first quarter.
Yeah, that was a great tackle. I'm trying to see who the number was. Like I said, we're in these light gold jerseys, and the white numbers are hard, but here we go.
Does no favor to us. 3rd down. Ball is at the 35-yard line, 3rd and 8. Federico back in the shotgun. He's looking to throw the ball. Here comes pressure. He'll step up, pointing out, trying to direct traffic, but the Trojans don't go for it, and that is big-time work and going to bring up a 4th down.
Yeah, Jalen Johnson on there. I mean, man, you're talking about being on the island. Do I stay with my man? Do I go to the quarterback? And as soon as he broke the line of scrimmage, Jalen came up. That was a great solo tackle.
And when
great
you see the
there.
quarterback start pointing, that makes you want to drop back and look. But Jalen stayed home and made a great open field tackle. Tristan Layfield now switches spots with Aiden Walker. 4th down and 5, and PA announcer Ronnie Schwartz gets this Trojan faithful crowd up on their feet, and you're going to watch it here as well. You see the Trojans lead at 7-0, courtesy of Wallace Eye Associates. Federico won't be afraid to hard count, trying to draw them off sides. Snap is back. Here comes pressure, setting up the screen. Tran, it's in and out of the hands, and a turnover on downs for the Trojans. And here we go to bring out that offense one more time.
Yeah, it's one of those situations, Doug. You put them in a position that they're uncomfortable with. They have to make a play, and that's twice they haven't made a play on the pass game. So it's exactly what we talked about. Make them throw the ball and get them out of their comfort zone.
2:50 remaining in the first quarter. You see it on the Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard. Trying to get some scores down at the bottom. You can follow along with the Saddlers Towing scrolling scoreboard by the West Monroe defense. And Darius had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah. But you have to do plays like that, keep them honest, keep the defense honest. Loss of 2 there, but they blew it up.
back to the 30-yard line. 2:30 and counting to go here in the first. Trojans lead at 7-0. Once again in motion. Ty fakes that one now. Got to step up in the pocket. There's those legs we talked about. Ty's got a stiff arm. Picks up 5 yards on the play. Make it 3rd down and manageable.
Yeah, we'll take that. There was nothing there. It was a great play fake, and but the Rebels had them covered. Had EJ covered on this out and up, and Ty made the best of it. 3rd and manageable here.
EJ is back into the slot, so that puts Darius Washington to the near side. JT yet to carry it on this drive. Look for the toss perhaps to this side. Got that West Monroe defense moving around a lot. Now Ty is going to move this way. Going to be trouble. He's got to get rid of the ball. Throws it away, and that's a good job of coming back and playing defense by E.J. Scott that probably saved an interception.
Yeah. You know, Doug, sometimes the defense just makes a good play.
And they did it that time. There was great coverage, and you will see the Trojan punt team come out there. Daniel Crenshaw will get out there ready. Expect to see him around the 25-yard line. He's going to move up some from there.
Yeah, this is just good high school football here. Both teams well coached, disciplined, and then Rebels are ready for that one.
Settle in around the 21. That kick is a high. Going to see if you can get it to turn over. Doesn't, but it's going to bounce around, take a good Trojan roll. And this is going to be and he picks it up and grabs it at the 35-yard line, and don't understand what was going on there. But, he's waving everybody off. They're not going to call a delay for him picking it up, I don't believe.
Then why did they stop it? Was it forward progress? I'll be honest with you. I was writing
ball was bouncing around. There were 3 or 4 Trojans around him, and he went to pick the ball up, and that was very dangerous. But still, the worst starting field position for the Rebels of West Monroe here, as they've had it a couple of times on the Trojan side of the field. 1:28 remaining here from J.L. Butch Stoker Stadium in the first. Trojans lead at 7-0. You see it atop your screen. First time over here, we invite you to check things out at YouTube and give us a like, comment on this video, subscribe to the channel, and you'll see when we follow sports all around. McNeil's got it up the middle, and a good diving stop that time, just kind of submarining in there. That was
Marion Ford.
It was 95 that dove in and made that one. But good work by Elijah to go in there and make that one. Still a 3-yard pickup. 1 minute even. 1 minute, 60 seconds remaining here in the first. Tioga's taking a 6-0 lead over Peabody in that game. And there's a big stop again by that Trojan front. And, Coach, we talked in the pregame that we hadn't heard of Jaden Lewis making a lot of tackles in this one. Why do you think that is?
Because you have Marion Ford, you have Jeremiah Wright, you have Xavier White, you have
the front
Aiden
seven
Walker.
making the
That's
tackles,
right.
and it's not getting to the back.
That's
and that's
right.
one thing that we talked about is you don't want to be led in tackles by your free safety and your strong safety.
Yeah, he doesn't have to for sure. That was one where X and O came in and both were present on that one, and that was a great job there. I know it was a 1-yard gain, but hey, made it third and long again.
Quick scores. Oakdale on top of Menard, 12-0 in that one. West Washita holds a 6-0 lead. Federico here, back to pass. Going to be caught, but it's going to be shy of the first down. And that is that Jalen and Mingo over there? No, Jalen and Kirk.
Jalen and Kirk, yeah. What a great job.
Jalen making things happen on that side, and that is another stop. And this Trojan crowd really paying off their defense, and they're on their feet here.
Yeah, this has just been a fun game to watch so far.
That will do it for the end of the first quarter. We'll be back. You're watching Ash Trojan Football on 446 Sports.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Harrell, Certified Residential Appraiser. I am currently a leading provider of appraisal services for mortgage lending, employee relocation, estate planning, and community property settlements. My experience in real estate over the past 13 years and currently serving as president of the Greater Central Louisiana Realtors Association has given me a clear understanding of the real estate world and the ever-changing market we live in today. For any of your valuation needs, give me, Kimberly Harrell, a call.
And we are back here, J.L. Butch Stoker Stadium. It is 4th down and on to punt. On to punt are the Rebels. Back deep is Darius Washington. He sits at the 20. Again, you're always looking for a fake, and there it is. And they're going to get it, and that's what I say. You're always looking. That went to the up back, and that steals a possession for this West Monroe ball club. And again, internet issues, but I think you can hear most of the way. It gets a little choppy. We'll have this game uploaded tonight in its entirety, and we'll throw a rebroadcast of this instant classic. So bear with us on the choppy internet. We are a stadium full of people, and that's causing a lot of drawdown on it. 11:49 and counting. First down and 10 for the Rebels from the 48-yard line as we go in to the second quarter of play. Again, Oakdale up 12-0 over Menard in that game. Tioga was up 6-0. West Washita up 6-0. And Buckeye scoreless. Federico zips this one in there, and that is complete. And that spun around shy of the first down, but an 8-yard pickup. And that's what you've got to squash because it's just a one-score lead, and you cannot give this West Monroe team any life at all.
Yeah, Ryland Hall from the free safety position there coming up making the tackle. I know it was an 8-yard gain, but that could have been a lot bigger play if he didn't get him to the ground there.
Second down and just a couple. Ball rests at the Trojan 44-yard line. 10:58 to go until halftime. Trojans lead it 7-0. Federico snaps back to pass. He rolls that way, getting pressured. A little bit of a hold right there, and the flag's going to come in. So no matter what happened there, and what's good, they'll mark that from where the hold was. So it was 2nd and 2, and it's going to be a long penalty in this one, as that's one of the things in high school. They call that holding from the spot of the foul.
Yeah, that's a big play there. And you know, if he has to hold him. If he doesn't hold him, it's probably
otherwise his quarterback gets hit pretty hard.
Right.
You don't want that.
Right, it's a sack or he's throwing it away. I will say this, it was an accurate pass, and we're going to have to watch that because he's on point tonight.
That on point you hear of is Hayden Federico, senior quarterback. And, boy, they called it down. They've got it at the 46-yard line, but that's where the spot of the foul was.
Yeah, I think that's Coach Bachman's. Well, he was talking to the side.
The hold was back in the backfield. Not sure why.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Second down and 12. We go from the 46-yard line. Federico back in the shotgun. He looks to pass again. Here comes good pressure right up the middle. Federico getting out of traffic, spinning around, going to get to he gets to the corner, and he's got a shot to go down and just ducks out of bounds. And goodness gracious, you had him stopped in the backfield again, but the gutsy little runner from West Monroe spins around and gets out of there. Has the wherewithal to stay in bounds and makes his way all the way down inside the red zone. They mark him, it looks like, at the 12-yard line of the Trojans. Great piece of running by the senior signal caller for West Monroe.
Yeah, X had him, I'm not going to say had him. X had a chance at him, and, he's quick. He's a lot faster than he looks, and once he tucked it and run, I mean, it was lights out there.
He's just a smart runner. He's a 3-year starter for this West Monroe offense, and you don't see that a lot, but he is so smart. Handoff goes to the far side. Good job of getting out, but here's good pursuit by the Trojans, and that's going to be a 5-yard loss. It'll be second down. And let's see, they give him 4 about on the loss.
Yeah, it was Ryland Hall, of course. Xavier White was there, but Ryland Hall is the one who came up from that free safety position and forced him to go lateral, and a great play there, and he's actually coming off limping right now. But I know it's not a tackle, but it definitely was like a tackle. He forced him outside.
4-yard loss. It looks like they'll give him second down and 14. They move it back maybe 5 yards. Second and 15 will give him. Can get a first down without getting into the end zone. First down marker is around the 2. 10-10 to go here, second quarter.
So now Carrick Gaines comes in for Ryland Hall.
High snap, but it's going to be handled and brought down. Good work to the near side.
Yeah,
that's Elijah Nelson once again.
Solo tag. He's had a good night so far. He's real excited, and he's been there ready to make the plays.
Once again, a big third down and long for West Monroe. That Trojan defense has been solid when they've needed to, Coach.
Yeah, and we're now down to our third string safety. Of course, what it looks like they've done is they've moved Jaden Lewis to strong safety, and Carrick Gaines is going to play that free safety position, number 8. So,
well, you see Jason Blackwell just walking around, got his helmet on, and wants to get back in there. 3rd down and 12. Trojan fans come alive. Here comes motion. Federico's going to roll to the side, looking to throw back. Got a man there, and it's completed. Going to get into the end zone. That's that throwback and an opportunity now to tie things up. And what a great backside throw by Hayden Federico.
Yeah, and Doug, they went after number 8. I mean, he was a little late on the coverage there, but great play design. Hey, what'd you say? 2-5A football.
Yep, you're going to make those plays. I mean, that's just, you got a 3-year starter at quarterback. You got it's 7-1 West Monroe.
Right.
They're going to make plays.
Yeah, they had the fake punt, which kept the drive alive.
And then the work by Federico to get to the near side, slipping out of a tackle. That extra point ties us up 7 apiece. We'll be back. You're watching Ash Trojan football on 446 Sports.
Looks like JT.
JT to the far side, Darius Washington to the near side. All you have to do is look at the little bit of size difference between the two of them.
And we saw JT do a Odell Beckham in pregame warm-up, and a ball that was going side to side, not up and down, side to side.
9:17 remaining until halftime. Trojans do get the football to start the second half. You'd like to see them come up, and that's a good foot put into that one. It'll go to Darius at the 5. Now Washington 10-15. Runs into his own man at the 20 and had a shot at a big run back, but just knocked into each other. And that's actually E.J. Scott. E.J. Scott was on the return. Don't normally see him back there. You see Darius.
Yeah, I'm sorry with that one, Doug.
1st down and 10 from the 21-yard line. Again, you look at the Sadler's Towing scrolling scoreboard. Oakdale still with a 12-0 lead. West Ouachita 6-0 in that one, and we'll update our side of it with a text to the Score Central that it's 7-7 here, and he's on that one. So 1st down and 10. Feaster and that offense back with the ball. Looking for the snap throw. Feaster's got to pull it down and throw this one away. And West Monroe adjusted to that laid-back throw, and they've come up and put some pressure on the defense, and there's good pressure. You've got to get out of this. You're into the field hole.
Yeah, they had him actually blanket. They had him on the inside and the outside there, so Ty was actually a good play on Ty's part, in my opinion.
Following that first drive, the Trojans stymied on the second. Snap is back. The toss goes to JT. JT spinning around and is going to duck into one, and that's going to be 3rd down and 6. Give him 4 on that play, 3rd down and 6, and the Trojans go a little bit of tempo here, but you could ill afford a 3 and out. Snap is back to Feaster. He's looking to pass. There's that stop route. It's complete. Yes. And that's going to be a catch and a 1st down for the Trojans to Darius stop route Washington.
Yeah, it was number 12 yards there. Stop route, got both feet in. What a great throw, great route, and great catch there.
And you move the sticks and keep this drive alive is what you want to do. Handoff goes to Lindsey, who spins around and is brought down for no gain. But you've got to run some time. You've got to get some clock. You've got to flip the field. Try to pay it off with a score.
Yeah, Doug, we have a heavy package in, too, with Thibodeau and Townsend in there.
Toss sweep comes to the toss to the near side. Spun around, and look, that West Monroe defense, you talked about it in the Zachary game, that Zachary was able to go over the top. We've went back to the run and have not had a lot of success, save for that 51-yard run from Lindsey.
Yeah, and it makes you wonder if it's because we're having to use Jalen on the defensive side while we're only going.
Haven't seen Jimmy Duncan in this one at the wide out yet.
Or Kirkland
Feaster,
Bates.
yeah, Feaster brings a man in motion, and it settles into that stacked formation. Feaster now back to throw. He's got good protection out of the backfield and knocked away by 46, and he didn't even see it. He just was in the right place at the right time, saw the eyes of JT out of the backfield.
Yeah, that's one thing I did see on film, Doug. They're very active with their linebackers in coverage, and I mean, once again, he didn't have to make a play, but he was there, so it hit him in the back.
Back deep, number 7 for West Monroe. Crenshaw brings that one in. Got to get it away because West Monroe's going to come get you. That one will bounce around and take another good Trojan roll. And out of bounds it goes at the 26-yard line.
Yeah, I tell you, he's dangerous back there.
Crenshaw's got to get that ball out of there a little quicker. He holds it, he gets it to where he wants it to, and then kicks off. And look, he hasn't seen the kind of pressure that West Monroe brings on a kicker.
Yeah, and what I was talking about being dangerous is their number 7.
Trying
to make a play on that. But of course, you saw him in the last punt. So we need a big stop here. Come on, boys. You need to slow them down, get this momentum back here.
First down and 10 for West Monroe, and they're content to be in this type of a game. They look to hit you in bunches and do that little flurry on you. Try to knock you out all at once. First down and 10 from the 26-yard line. Federico back in the shotgun. Snap is back, but handoff is there. McNeil's got it, trying to tiptoe through the line and up to the middle, and that big, heavy offensive line is paying dividends. Boy, you look at big number 77 and 76, and that's a couple of big dudes.
Yeah, Doug, and we're starting to get some that was Carrot Gaines on the tackle there, so we're starting to get some safety tackles, and that's what we talked about. We did not need this game. We need that front 7 to stay in their lanes and make these plays.
Well, you get West Monroe into their game where they're not throwing. We've seen success that the Trojans have had. When he's getting pressured by X, rolls around, pointing things out. Good work that way on the far side, and that looked like perhaps Mingo.
Yeah, that's my Mingo.
Dives in there playing receiver on that one, and third down and 4. But Xavier, that just shows you the speed of Federico as he gets away from these big guys that normally are bringing you down for a tackle.
That's right. Maybe Tristan or Jalen Kirk, Layfield or Kirk might be able to run him down, but he's a big guy as well, and if X is not running him down, I mean, that just shows how quick he is.
6:47
Big play
until
here,
halftime. Third down. Trojans crowd starting to make some noise. Federico back in the shotgun, claps, hands off. That's McNeil. He's going to spin around and pick up the first down. 5-yard gain, and that's just that offensive line exerting their force here in the second quarter.
Yeah, Jalen Kirk on the tackle there. Unfortunately, it was 4 yards up the field. I mean, great push by their offensive line on that right side.
Since those penalties early in the first, you don't see it, and there is a switch now. Tristan Layfield has come in to replace Walker, and we've seen that move a lot in this one.
Yeah.
Federico snaps, claps, gets it back, and that one is thrown in there complete. It's going to be a 5-yard pickup. Pressure was coming, but this offense from West Monroe starting to roll.
Yeah, he threw that the only place he could. Jalen was to the left of Kirk was to the left of him, and O was to the right of him, and he put it low, and that was the only place his receiver could make a catch, and he did it.
Speaking of receivers, you got 3 of them over here to the wide side of the field now. A lot of folks jumping on and watching this one. Welcome aboard. I am Doug Gann alongside of Nick Magnano. So glad that you have found where we are at. Watching high school football free of charge. Second down and 4 following that 6-yard reception. Snap is back. Handoff is up the middle and brought down after maybe just a couple, and it's another third down. But West Monroe has continued to convert on third downs.
Yeah, X and O both filled that space there on that one. That's what they need to do. They need to keep doing that to keep them in short gains here.
Aiden Walker checks back in. Layfield comes out, so they're rotating, and that will send out a substitution for West Monroe also. 5:10 to go, or 5:15. You see it on your Wallace High Associates scoreboard at the top. Third down and 2. Back under center, 2 receivers to the near side, and that fullback they like to give it to right here. Ball.
Oh, yeah.
Nope, he picks it up and is going to fall forward for a first down, and that's just like picking up a ground ball out at shortstop for that young man. It bounced right off of this Trojan turf.
Yeah, what it does, Doug, is everybody pauses for a second, which allows him to get that. Yeah, they're giving him the first down. Aiden Walker was the one who brought him down on that play.
Just since that first quarter of play, when the Trojans had a couple of stops, you haven't seen really any let up. And this game's just 7-7 here, 4.5 remaining until halftime. Again, Trojans do get the ball to start the second half, but you want to keep West Monroe out of it here and give your offense one more shot before we get to the break. 3 receivers to the near side, back to the shotgun. Looking this way, going to fake. Big pressure in the backfield, but there goes Hayden trying to get out of it. He gets to the corner, and he's dangerous over there. Got to be careful not to hit him out of bounds. And going to give him 8 yards on that scramble. And again, 3 guys. You're almost going to have to bring somebody from his front side if you're pressuring the back like that.
Yeah, it's almost like it makes you wonder if you shouldn't just kind of get up the field and spy a little bit and force him to throw the ball, because he's beating you on that.
And when you're in man coverage, your guy's
right.
he's got a lot of room to run.
That's right. But Ford there was patient, was able to get a good angle on him and force him out of bounds for the second down. He's deceptively quick. He really is. We saw that on film, and he's definitely showing it tonight.
Down under 10 on the play clock. Game clock has stopped at 4:09 on the out of bounds. Snap is high but corralled there. McNeil banging around and still not down, and the Trojans have got to wrap up and tackle, which they have not done. They are not tackling to the whistle.
Yeah, that was Aiden and Mama on there. They, like you said, they didn't tackle, and so Gaines had to come in, or didn't wrap up, so Gaines had to come in, and that was also a first down. They had them held for what would have been a short and long, I think, but like I said, now it's 1st and 10.
Defense has been out there a lot here in this first half. Plays right into the hands of West Monroe. Trojans a big second half team, so got to try to get into the halftime break with the lead. We'll talk to Coach Bachman coming out of halftime. 1st down and 10. Hayden under center. Fullback, first man through, is going to get it. Here comes that defense coming up now and tackling indeed to the whistle. So a 3-yard pickup on that. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, that was Nelson was just holding him up, and then X and O and Gaines all came in and took him down.
Boy, historically, this is where West Monroe likes to play action and try to hit you with their tight end or H-back out of the backfield. Maybe that fullback on a wheel route. They get you leaning in. So you've got to maintain and stay with your guy. Defense, Jalen Johnson to the near side in coverage. 2nd down and 8 for the Rebels from the Trojan 38-yard line. 2:58 remaining here and 7 on the play clock. Back to pass is Federico going over the top. Got a man just over the outstretched fingertips, but I'm telling you what a pass that was, intended for number 4.
Yeah, Mama Mingo was there step for step. So if he puts him more towards the post there and throws him open, that might be a touchdown. But Mama was there on that play.
3rd down and 8. It seems like it's been 3rd down all night for West Monroe, and they've converted. Their 3rd down conversion rate is solid on the evening.
Doug, isn't this exactly what they want? We're almost at halftime, and Ash has had 3, or Alexandria, we've had 3 possessions.
Yep, that's exactly what the red and white clad Rebels of West Monroe want. Snap is back.
He moved, yeah.
Yep. No, timeout by the Trojans. Trojans get the timeout, and so they'll reset it. We'll take it with them and be right back. You're watching Ash Trojan Football on 446 Sports.
Fine folks at BK Distributors want to thank all the educators for weathering the storms, so to speak, through 2020 and beyond. Thank you for your dedication to our children. The end of the school year awards are now available. Any type of award, trophies, banners, plaques, they do it all at BK Distributors. So with school almost out, that means summer leagues are in full swing. New items, same great prices, and fast turnaround. BK Distributors, Highway 20 in East Pineville behind Arby's.
We're back. Doug Gann alongside Nick Magnano. 3rd down and 8. And we'll see if the Trojans are up to a stop. That defense has been out there a long time. We'll see if Tempo Tuesday can keep them in this one. Tied at 7 apiece. But it's been a lot of West Monroe leaning here since that first drive by the Trojans. Snap is back. Federico zips this one over. You got a chance to throw it. You got to be careful. They bounce it back. They've got it. They're calling it incomplete.
Yeah, because it was
because he threw it forward at that point, and oh my goodness, that was that had the opportunity to be really, really bad, and it turned out to be okay. But look, West Monroe trying to attack you at any time, and bring out their punt team. They faked a punt already today by snapping it to the up back. Only had a couple of yards to go on this one. Everybody crushing in, and you've just got one man back, and that is Darius. He's got his heels at the 10-yard line.
Hold your water here, boys. Don't jump off.
Snap is back. Big high kick. Let it go over your head and try to get into the end zone. That one bounces. Going to check up, but it goes into the end zone, and that's going to be a touchback. All that momentum from West Monroe. Get him. Yeah, that's a big difference.
That was big.
At 1st and 10 from your 2, and now it's going to, you're going to have some breathing room.
Yeah, that's big right there. Big right there.
Jalen Johnson coming off the field after that setup, and you wonder if they're going to sneak Jalen out there any. Trojans will have it 1st down, and something bad happened. Trojans, of course, on their mind. They're wanting to get a little Belichick action here. Score run before the half is over with, and they can with 2.5 to go and a couple of timeouts.
Hey, Doug, Kirkland Bates is in now on this side here on the slot with EJ and Darius on the outsides.
Ty calls for it, back to pass. Now throws that little inside receiver screen to EJ, and he drops it. EJ had a little bit of room. He'd have had to cross the field and get there, but the clock will stop there. Can ill afford a 3 and out because I tell you, West Monroe will come after a punt. They have got back in coverage expecting something down the field. We've not seen a defense play their safeties back this far.
Yeah.
Snap throw over to EJ. He does catch this one. Got to make a man miss, and does. Cuts back inside before he is slung out of bounds at the 28-yard line, 27. They'll give him the 28. It's going to be 3rd down and manageable. Well, they're marking back at the 20, between the 27 and 28. So 3rd and a long 2. Trojans go tempo with 2:08 remaining until halftime. Here comes pressure from the far side, but it's going to be JT spinning around, hitting the circle button out to the 40-yard line, and that's a big-time 1st down.
Yeah, 12-yard gain there just off the left side. Patience is what I would call that one. He was just very patient, found the hole, and got the burst right through it.
2 minutes to go. 1st down and 10 from the 40-yard line. Trojans have it on their own end of the field. Snap is back to Ty. Fakes it. Coming back over to EJ this time. EJ bangs around in there. Picks up. They'll give him 5. Got to get up there and get to the line of scrimmage. But again, the Trojans are
3 wideouts.
2 to the top, 1 to the near side. Toss to JT to the near side. Cuts around, but there's big number 95 coming up and taking care of business there. It'll be back to the line of scrimmage. Perhaps they'll give him a loss maybe of a yard.
Mama Mingo's in as well now, Doug. He's at the top. He's in the slot on the top.
And Bates comes off the field, and he's calls a timeout. So the Trojans take what we believe is their 2nd timeout. We're going to leave it right here, and we'll keep this set up for you. This is as big a 3rd down, but I'm telling you, being able to move it from the 20 out to the 44-yard line gives you some breathing room on this. You've got an opportunity to get somebody out in space. There's a lot of opportunities at you on this 3rd down and 3 or 4.
Yeah, and they went, like I said, they were in there with the 6, it's 5 offensive linemen, your 2, tight end and H-back with the 2 receivers. And on this possession, they've gone back to the 1 H-back and the 3 wide receivers. That's made a big difference. It's their comfort level, Doug.
Mingo in the slot. He's got a man up on him pretty tight. Big room on the far side. That is Darius Washington. So you've got the heavy side to the far side, along wide side. If they're going to take another timeout, here's 5 and 4. Big play here. Instead, they go up to JT. Stutter steps, bangs around, falls forward for the.
I was thinking they made an audible because
the snap is back. Could have been false start on there, and that was blown up from the start. Trojans are going to need to get a timeout here to talk about it, and they do. Bachman calls his 3rd and final timeout with 34 seconds. Sometimes you're hurrying too much in this and rushing. It's okay to go the tempo, but great call by the coaches of there and Coach Bachman to get that timeout.
Yeah, he was just talking to Coach Free, the offensive line coach, on right before the guys came off. So just curious to know, what kind of confusion there was. But it looked like JT moved a little early too. So
yeah, and they banged around. He and Ty kind of banged around into each other. Billy French lets us know that it's 12-6 Peabody with fourth.
Coach Coleman has done for Peabody.
Don't forget, if we've had some internet issues throughout the evening, we will have you back up and going. It will be in its entirety before the night is up. We'll have it uploaded on there. 2nd down and 10. Following that misdirection or miscommunication or whatever it was, and the Trojans and that offensive unit look back to the near side.
Yeah, my mind's in the slot again, Doug.
34 seconds to go. Trojans have to get 50 yards on there. And using just a lot of that play clock. Don't have another timeout, but down to 5 and 4 and 3. Snap is back to Ty. First time he's looking downfield. Zips this one into the slot, and it's caught out at the 30-yard line. And that looks to be Darius.
Yes, Darius
Washington gets that. Clock will stop momentarily, but that's a big 20-yard completion for the Trojans there. Don't forget the rest of the senior night festivities coming up. Ty's got to pull it down and run. Looking to pass. Throws that one, and it's just knocked away. Throws it short in front of two people, and he's lucky he got away with that one. Yeah. You know what we haven't really seen is Ty tuck that ball and get one of his 20, 30-yard runs out of this. Trojans out of timeouts. You've got to be careful with it. 21 seconds. Still great field goal team, either whoever, if it's Mesh or Van Dyke.
Well, they're so disciplined, Doug, with their front seven. I mean, it's been hard for Ty to do that.
Two stacked receivers to the near side, one along the top.
Got to watch this number 21. Watch him on the blitz on the outside here. See if he comes.
Snap is back to Ty. Ty hits that quick one. That's EJ. EJ gets the catch, the first down, forward progress. And you see West Monroe just trying to strip that football away.
Excellent.
This is one of those you got to go up there and probably clock it.
Well, they did 13 yards on that one. So what a great play there.
Ty calls for it. No clock in here. They're going end zone. That one is thrown, and it is incomplete. 7 seconds, though, off the clock on that play. Now you've got one shot at the end zone. You cannot get tackled in bounds because you won't have an opportunity to get your field goal unit out there.
Well, I will say, Doug, we're probably fortunate that one was knocked down because if he catches that, they probably run the clock.
Absolutely. And that's what scares you about going. They'll take one shot at the end zone here. Feaster and that group look over. 22 seconds. So no issues with the play clock. Townsend switches sides with Mingo. Still 8 seconds following the incompletion. JT in the backfield. Maybe you will him out of it. Play action. I don't like that one, but Feaster's going to try to get. He's got to get there. You got it. Knocks his helmet off. So Feaster, they're going to stop the clock, and now Ty will have to come out of the game. But I don't know that you have. They ran off a second, too.
Oh, so we had a timeout.
So the Trojans did have a timeout down to 1 second. And so they take that third and final timeout. That gives them the opportunity to keep Ty in the game.
Yeah.
Well, you don't get very much more exciting than this in a ball game. 1 second, you see it on our Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard up there. An instant classic, to say the least, partner, in this one.
Yeah, it looks like they have Bodie. Looks like they're going to kick the field goal here, Doug, which might be why he called the draw, to let Feaster, get it.
But I'm telling you, 1 second on there. Dare I tell you that my Mingo is the holder in this one and the backup quarterback.
You think West Monroe watched the film last week?
You go in there and kick this one and take the lead. As aggressive as I am at play calling, I still think you try to get the lead because you do get the ball coming out of the half. We'll watch it with you.
That's correct. I agree completely.
Snap is back, hold is down, kick is up, and it is good.
Yes, sir.
10-7.
Yes, sir.
Trojans have the lead at halftime, and it snuck right through. So the Trojans score on their first drive of the half. They score on their final drive of the half. And a West Monroe touchdown in the middle of it has this one 10-7 at the half. Senior night coming up, so we're going to let you watch a lot of it. We're going to take a quick break for commercial. When we come back, we'll let you see how the senior night festivities play out. 10-7, Trojans lead it. We'll be right back. You're watching Ash Trojan Football on 446 Sports.
Buying car insurance for the first time can be overwhelming. Do you have enough coverage? Are you paying too much? Will someone be there for you when the unexpected happens? I'm Jason Hawk with Farm Bureau Insurance. You may think it's easier online, but why wait? We're here to help you make sure you're covered. When it comes to car insurance, we have the answers, and we may have rates that save you money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect your biggest investments.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks right from your phone, day or night, wherever you are or whatever you're doing. Download our mobile app today.
For a lifetime of the best possible vision, look to Wallace Eye Associates, where our tradition of eye care excellence in Cenla spans nearly 40 years.
Netherland McBride. After graduation, Amanda plans to pursue a career in either teaching or nursing. Next, we are going to honor our seniors from the MCJROTC. Cadet Major Jordan Dunlap. Jordan is the cadet company commander and is being escorted tonight by her father, Jarrett Dunlap, her mother, Kimberly Washington. After graduation, Jordan plans on becoming a United States Marine. She will depart for Marine Corps recruit training on July 8, 2024 to become a Marine Security Guard watchstander. Hayden Collum. Hayden is the Cadet First Lieutenant and Company Logistics Officer and will be escorted tonight by his parents, Holly and Amber Ramos. After graduation, Hayden plans to join the United States Marines. He departs for Marine Corps recruit training on June 25, 2024 to train to become a military police officer. Benjamin Melder. Benjamin is a Cadet First Sergeant and Company First Sergeant and is being escorted by his mother, Christina Dreyer. After graduation, he plans to become a United States Marine. He departs to Marine Corps recruit training on June 25, 2024 to become a fixed-wing air crewman. Now we will honor our senior Palm Line member, Kennedy Armstead. Kennedy is the Palm Line manager and is being escorted tonight by her mother, Lakeisha Armstead, and her uncle, Kevin Armstead. After graduation, Kennedy plans on going to college to become a nurse. Now we will honor our seniors from the Troy Dolls. Riley Baudouin. Riley is the captain of the Troy Dolls team and is being escorted tonight by her parents, Renisha and Rodney Baudouin. After graduation, Riley plans to attend Grambling State University and eventually wants to open up her own dance studio for the underserved youth. Next, we have Madison Cologne. Madison is a member of the Troy Dolls and is being escorted tonight by her parents, Sharman and Charles Cologne. After graduation, she plans to attend Louisiana Tech University and major in speech pathology and minor in audiology. Finally, we will honor the seniors from Trojan cheerleaders. Madison Williams. Madison is the captain of the varsity cheerleading team and is being escorted tonight by her mother, Tiffany Williams, and her father, Austin Williams Sr. After graduation, she plans to attend the University of Louisiana in Lafayette to pursue a degree in nursing in hopes of becoming a CRNA. She also plans to cheer at University of Louisiana in Lafayette. Avery Simpson. Avery is a co-captain of the varsity cheerleading team and is being escorted tonight by her parents, Laura and Keith Simpson. After graduation, she plans to attend Louisiana State University and pursue a career in interior design. Avery Bandy. Avery is a co-captain of the varsity cheerleading team and is being escorted tonight by her parents, Chris and Allison Bandy. After graduation, she plans to attend LSUE to major in radiology technology in hopes of becoming a sonographer. Madison Skinner. Madison is a varsity cheerleader and is being escorted tonight by her mother, Ariane Sims. After graduation, she plans on becoming a member of the NCA staff while also attending the University of Louisiana in Lafayette to study in business and kinesiology. She hopes to become a realtor or a physical trainer for the NFL. Annalicia Garrett. Annalicia is a varsity cheerleader and is being escorted tonight by her parents, Susie and Torian Turner. After graduation, she plans to attend Louisiana State University, majoring in English and minoring in political science in hopes of pursuing a career in politics. Kinley Powell. Kinley is a varsity cheerleader and is being escorted tonight by her mother, Corey Powell, and her brother, William. After graduation, she plans to attend cosmetology school. Cadence Jeffers. Cadence is a varsity cheerleader and is being escorted tonight by her family members, Lynn and Kenny Grimion. After graduation, she plans to pursue a degree in nursing in hopes of becoming a nurse anesthetist.
I know, it choked me up too.
Riley Thomas. Riley is a varsity cheerleader and is being escorted tonight by her parents, Rachel and Brandon Thomas. After graduation, she plans to attend LSUA and major in education. Kaylin Alexander. Kaylin is a varsity cheerleader and is being escorted tonight by her mother, Ariana, and father, Michael Alexander. After graduation, she plans to pursue a career in journalism and become a sports news anchor. Thank you, seniors, and congratulations on all of your accomplishments during your time at Ash, and we wish you luck as you in all your future endeavors.
Looking for somewhere different for lunch? Le Bistro Coffee and Waffle Bar is a gourmet espresso bar and restaurant with an emphasis on Southern social experience.
Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. It's hot out there, and we want to cool you down with some great savings on your new AC unit. Right now, you could save on a new energy saving system. No money down, 0% interest, and no payments till June 2024. Plus a 10-year parts and labor warranty. Just need a repair? We got you covered too, with $50 off any repair backed by a 2-year parts and labor warranty. Call Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing or visit us online.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use. Anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
For a lifetime of the best possible vision, look to Wallace Eye Associates, where our tradition of eye care excellence in Cenla spans nearly 40 years. From your next family eye exam to cataract and glaucoma evaluations, trust your vision to the experienced eye professionals at Wallace Eye Associates. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
Buying car insurance for the first time can be overwhelming. Do you have enough coverage? Are you paying too much? Will someone be there for you when the unexpected happens? I'm Jason Hawk with Farm Bureau Insurance. You may think it's easier online, but why wait? We're here to help you make sure you're covered. When it comes to car insurance, we have the answers, and we may have rates that save you money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect your biggest investments.
The fine folks at BK Distributors want to thank all the educators for weathering the storms, so to speak, through 2020 and beyond. Thank you for your dedication to our children. The end of the school year awards are now available. Any type of award, trophies, banners, plaques, they do it all at BK Distributors. So with school almost out, that means summer leagues are in full swing. New items, same great prices, and fast turnaround. BK Distributors, Highway 20 in East Pineville behind Arby's.
Property settlements. My experience in real estate over the past 13 years and currently serving as president of the Greater Central Louisiana Realtors Association has given me a clear understanding of the real estate world and the ever-changing market we live in today. For any of your valuation needs, give
It all started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by two walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to
The entire
families that would like, but no, I'm on the job. I'm on the job.
You probably full from eating up here in the kind of the.
It's just to the seniors from the Spirit group, and they're all best spots.
He's working you a little bit. We do.
Yeah, that would have been nice to know, Doug. Now the players are coming out. They're pumped. They're excited, which is good. But yeah, every coach definitely, knows they have a job to do.
Half is over with. Again, 30 seconds to go here, and they'll have their three. Kind of hoping they would have changed in there at halftime, but they haven't done that.
Well, the binoculars that I'm using have been very helpful. And yeah, here we go.
One thing we've seen, Coach Bachman always likes the Monroe team. They just stretch sideline to sideline. So grab him and look, ask him that one question we talked about and just let him talk.
Yes, sir. Hey, Coach, what a great first half, great high school game. So tell sit on it and be methodical. So, proud second half to play, a lot to fight for. Let's go. Hey, Coach, injuries, are we okay? Yeah, we're good.
Curious to see where he's going. He's running down to the other end of the field. He's going over there to shake hands with somebody. How about that? Look, a game going on. No, this is more than just a football game as he hustles his way back down there. Minute 45 to go. Nick, we'll see you when you get up here. Run on up here and see if you can make it before it gets to 0.
Yes, sir, we'll do it.
We'll let you take your time getting up here on that one. Nick Magnano, that they got right before the half. In and out, we apologize for that and all of the comments about the choppiness and all. I haven't seen them tonight, but I know that they're out there. We'll have this uploaded on the recording of it, so you'll be able to watch all of it without a hitch in there. Hopefully the voice has stayed there and you've been able to havoc on some things. 15 and 14 on the clock. Oh man, Nick did make it back up here before all zeros, and that's the soccer years in him. Or football, as our friend last night that we met told us. So you were glad to have that one here. All zeros on the game clock. Trojans will set up to receive this one. And you see Ty getting loose. He's over there with Cam Calderon, who is working on that snap from there. And the Trojans adorned in their gold top of football. If it is anything like this first half, and we expect that it is, the Trojans historically have made a lot of great adjustments at halftime, and we'll see what they're able to do. But the intensity and the look on Coach Josh Mercer's face, Coach, you saw it right ahead, right when we were down there. He came out right at the first with the guys, and, it was business. He was there for business.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to stop him.
That's right. We look forward to talking to him after the. Jimmy Duncan now is in there. He will settle in about the 25-yard line. JT Lindsay down there. E.J. Scott is back. So E.J. and JT.
Yep, that's it. E.J.
are
and JT.
back deep to receive. Jimmy and Darius, and gets way back to E.J. Fields it at the 12. Does Scott now to the 20. Slips out of a tackle, but goes down from that tackle, number 30.
Those shoestring tackles can get you down. So, for the record,
yes.
I was right behind coming up the bleachers. I was right behind Coach Sons.
Right.
And he has me by about 5 years and about 100 pounds.
And a couple of sandwiches, too, now. Don't forget that.
So
Trojans will start things out. They lead this one 10-7. You see them on your Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard there at the top. Feaster sends a couple of stacked receivers. Only one man out in coverage, though. 2 receivers. Quick throw over there. That pass is complete, and that's what you thought would happen. 30 now 40. Cutting back. Midfield to the near side. How about a big play to start things off?
Yeah, that is.
That's coming to this side of it.
That was Darius.
Darius Washington with that play, and now they stack it to the other side. There was only one man covering. First down and 10. Handoff goes to JT. JT stringing it out. Again coming to this side. And JT just bulls over the West Monroe defender that time. Goodness, this is the kind of drive. And Cam Calderon shaking up just a little bit on that one. So be careful, Cam. Now they sprint out the other side. But what a great play that first one was. 2nd down and 6 after a 4-yard pickup from Lindsay. Lindsay just right behind Feaster. Maybe flanked to the right a little bit. JT's got it again up the middle, and Lindsay bulls his way for another Trojan first down, and here goes that NASCAR offense.
Yeah, 11 yards there on that gain. Just patience there. They're going heavy again, Doug, with just the 2 wideouts. So
heavy and fast. Stacked receivers to the near side again. Zips it over there. That's EJ. EJ banging around. Got to hang on to the football. Slips out. EJ's loose. 10-5 into the end zone, and that could very well be a touchback.
Oh, no.
That's going to be a touchback. Oh, goodness. They won't look like EJ was into the end zone, but they're going to say he fumbled the ball into the end zone. And goodness gracious, they marked the ball out at the 1 yard line is where it came out. That fumble is going to cause the ball to get out to the 20 yard line, and it's going to be West Monroe football. So take a touchdown off the board. White Hat down there talking about it and explaining things, and just an unfortunate turn of events. Touchback on there as the ball was fumbled into the end zone, and it's going to be a player down for West Monroe. But what an offensive barrage. That will come out to the 20 yard line now.
Could play, and you know, he's such a great kid and does such a good job. And like I said, he's trying to get the ball in the end zone there, Doug.
Yep, just working, and the ball came out. But credit West Monroe for continuing to get after it. Wow. What a great offensive series up until the inside the 1. But defense has to come out and go to work now. First down and 10 for West Monroe from the 20 yard line. 10:44 to go, so a minute 15 gone in this third quarter. Toss goes to the far side. McNeil, he's cutting around, and this could be about the worst way to start a game in a second quarter or a second half, and that's off to the races. That swing right there, and you'll hear the fans booing.
Minute and 29 seconds of the second half, so we have time to make up for it, and you know number 4 is going to do everything he can to make that right.
Indeed, he is. 14-10. West Monroe leads it for the first time to sports.
It all started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by 2 walk-on bench warmers. One sports bar in America.
Welcome to Walk On.
Back to a live action here, J.L. Butch, Stoker Stadium, West Monroe. And that's a 14-point swing. A game that could have been 17-10 is now 14, or 17-7 is now 14-10. Goodness gracious. That kick is deep, and it is back, and EJ's going to have one more shot at it. Almost took a knee right there, but now EJ getting to the far side, trying to get it back. Will get out to the 33-yard line. And that's where the Trojans now offensively, you'll take the possession they had and just go out there and get the lead back and get after it and play your tempo of football.
Yeah, and this is, that's a credit to, we're talking about the fumble and how West Monroe went down, but their defense didn't stop. I mean,
not at all.
We had them, BJ had them beat, and they at least
back out there just a minute 37 in to this second half.
Got Kirkland and Darius over here.
Feaster's got it tossed to the near side is JT. JT stutter steps, runs over a West Monroe running back or defender and picks up 4 yards on the play. Make it second down and 3. Give it second down and 7.
Yeah, 3-yard gain there. A little sweep to the outside and good block by Townsend and Thibodeau there to get that gain.
EJ swaps places with Kirkland, now gets far side out man coverage. They can throw that quick hitter there, but JT's got it. JT bangs into the teeth of that West Monroe defense and only picks up 2 yards. It's going to be third down and 5. Trojans can ill afford to have to punt it away here because, as we've talked about in the press box, the punt has been dangerously close each time to getting blocked.
Yeah, Doug, on film, West Monroe's middle linebackers didn't look as good as Ruston, but they've definitely played great tonight.
They have swarmed to the football. Townsend, the H-back to the left side, he comes in motion. Quick hitter out to oh no, that's Grayson Thibodeau. And Grayson's going to be out on a 5-yard set. They're going to mark him close to a first down. Very close now. They may have to.
Yep, giving it to him, I think.
They're going to call the chains in over and measure. They'll give him the first down. What a big-time play. That was all Grayson Thibodeau on that play.
Yeah, I'm going to have to add Thibodeau to my stat sheet. I should have done that from last week, but I wanted the boy to get a catch first. But
well, that was good work, and we've seen great work out of the H-backs and tight ends. Now it is down on the line is Townsend. H-back is Thibodeau. So you got two of your big guys in there. Same play comes in motion. Quickly over to EJ. EJ puts his head down, bangs around, and coming back and making a good block. I'm telling you, impressed with Thibodeau, the way that he comes and he blocks and he hits.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Doug, he missed the first.
But the handoff goes to JT. JT puts his head down. He's only going to get a couple, and it's another third down out near midfield. And coming off, it looks like 54 for the Trojans, and that's the first time that we've seen one of the offensive linemen. That's Caleb Pearl, the left tackle.
Yeah, and number 60 goes in for him, who is Connor Reed.
Third down and 5 for the Trojans out near midfield. They turn and look to the near side, 8:15 and counting. E.J. Scott to the near side. Darius Washington goes the other way. Thibodeau comes to this side to look around. 7 and 6 and 5. Trojans have to go up there and snap it. 4 and 3 on the play clock. Snap is back. Quick hitter over to the far side, and that jumps that route. And we saw him just laying off. Feaster's going to have to go back out there and make a stop. And the wheels are wobbling, haven't fallen off of there, but you saw him seeing that route, and that's just a tremendous halftime adjustment that was made to say, look, give him some cushion and jump that route, and that's exactly what that young man, number 7, did there, and that's a pick 6.
Yeah, and I think when we watched the film, Doug, we're going to see Darius didn't quite know where he was supposed to stop. It looked like he paused and then took another step, and, boy, when he turned, he was beat. And look, Bachman and Ty are talking about it right now.
Coaching them up, a lot of football to go, but, boy, the Trojans were 6 inches away from 17 to 7. Penalty flag on the field prior to the snap. Going to be dead ball offsides against the Trojans. You got to watch for West Monroe to sneak down there maybe and go for 2 the closer they get, but they keep their kicker out there. Declined to give him keep his rhythm in his room there. Wow, a pick 6, an 80-yard run, and West Monroe's had the ball one play for 14 points here in the second half. Snap is back, kick is up, and it is good. Going to take a timeout with them. We'll be back in 30 seconds as we update our scrolling scoreboard right after this on 446 Sports.
For a lifetime of the best possible vision, look to Wallace Eye Associates, where our tradition of eye care excellence in Cenla spans nearly 40 years. From your next family eye exam to cataract and glaucoma evaluations, trust your vision to the experienced eye professionals at Wallace Eye Associates. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
We are back. It is 21-10. West Monroe flurries 14 points in the first 4 minutes and 9 seconds of this one on one offensive play. A pick 6, an 80-yard run, and this one's going to roll around and get out of bounds, and it does. And, boy, you just got to stay settled. You've said it a couple of times so far. You got to be careful, though, and West Monroe baited Feaster in that time.
Yeah, I mean, and that's that's number 7, who's also their wide receiver. And, Coach Bachman, does David Moore. Coach Bachman talked about him playing both sides. And, it's just, great players, great teams. They're 7-1 for a reason in this district. And, when your only loss is to Zachary, there's no.
All right, let's see what the Trojans have. They got Kirkland Bates back in it, along with Darius at the top. E.J. Scott to the near side and JT in the backfield. JT now comes out in motion. Here comes that pressure, looking to put the screen together. Ty's going to have to chunk this one away, and he does. Gets his body squared up and throws that one away. But, boy, this has been all West Monroe here. One offensive play, 14 points in this second half, when the Trojans were 6 inches away. But good teams do good things.
Yeah.
And that's just what you get.
That's right. They had EJ on the crossing pattern, but I'll be honest with you, I don't think Ty saw him because the size of the defensive line.
Boy, that pressure's just ramping up from that West Monroe defense. You see their linebackers getting closer and closer and closer, like they're coming after Ty. Going to have to get something quick going because that pressure is intense and being ratcheted up. Here comes JT out in motion once again. Ty's got to step up in the pocket, but there's nowhere to go as those big paws of the West. That's the big number, 76 and 95, that get in there and do it. And we've seen just some big dudes across that defensive line.
Yeah, I think he ran a little too soon there. I think he had a better pocket than he thought. I think he saw an opening, but as fast as these guys are, they're going to close it quick.
Kirkland Bates comes out.
Mama's in there for him.
Yep, Mama will settle down in the slot. And he does against one safety over the top, man coverage the rest of the way. 7:05 and counting here in the third quarter. West Monroe on top. You see it on the Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard. Here comes pressure up the middle. Ty's he's not going to get out of there, and that's a difference maker in there at defensive tackle is big number 76.
Yeah, I mean, that was their captain. One of the captains came out and 5-yard loss there. On a 3rd and 10, and
Nate Green coming up in just you really got to be careful. And 7 is back deep to receive this one. And you talked about it being a little dangerous back there. What's dangerous is that pressure from that West Monroe front 10. They've got all 10 guys up on the line of scrimmage. Snap is back. It bounces to Crenshaw. He's got to get it out of there. Tucks that one and does get the kick off. Going to bounce around. Finally will roll dead, but good job by Crenshaw to pull that down because it would have been blocked, but that was on that deep snap.
Yeah. We got Coach Bachman and Coach Free coming over to the offensive huddle here. Going to watch the screen here.
And look, when your head coach comes over there and starts talking to the offensive unit saying, hey, let's look at what we're doing, guarantee you he's not looking at the other games from around the league on 446 Sports by any means. No. West Monroe has it 1st down and 10 from their 48 and looking to grind and ground and pound here. Wow, it is West Monroe being West Monroe right now.
Yeah, this is their game.
Handoff goes back to McNeil. He's tackled this time right at the line of scrimmage, and that's probably the best tackle that we've seen because it was there right at Jeremiah Jeffers' right. Is in on that one, but it was right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that was right, and both X and O in there, and they were probably told a few things after that last offensive play that, all right, boys, we got to make this happen.
A lot of football remaining here, but there's not many teams better than those at grinding out. We saw Ruston do it. Karen Crow worked on it, but this West Monroe team has been doing it for years and years and years.
Oh, yeah, they're going to let this go down the inside 5 seconds on the play clock.
2nd down and 9 from the 49-yard line. Snap is back. Federico pulls this one back, and it's good pressure. And that's just good safety work coming up.
That was actually Ford. Yes, sir. That was O coming in, shot the gap, and unlike the first half, Doug brought them down.
Right.
I mean, that's the key. They're making the tackle there, and I don't know if Federico was wanting to give that up or not, but there was kind of a little delay there in the backfield.
Well, this is what you want. This is that defense that the Trojans played. And quite frankly, they had that busted play on the first one, so that's going to get there.
Yeah.
But it's been just a couple of plays here. 4:46 to go in the third quarter of play. 3rd down and 10 for West Monroe from the 48-yard line. Motion to the near side. Federico looking back to pass, throws that one in there, but not near enough as the Trojans' Jalen Johnson comes up and makes that one.
Yeah, great coverage there by Jalen. And it's going to be 3rd and 6 here. 4th and 6 here.
Should be 4th down, that's right.
They're going to have to make a decision here, Doug. Surely they're going to punt. That's a great job by the defense.
And you got to watch the fake because they faked it from right here before in this game.
Yeah, but you give them possession at the 48-yard line, after our punt, and that's a great defensive stop.
That's just what the doctor ordered. 4th down and 6. Darius Washington back to receive, and that's a high, deep one. Darius going to get that, fields it at the 15-yard line, and is brought down instantly. But that face mask is going to add to that one, and that'll help out. And boy, it was just at the very last second of it, too. Washington was already going to the ground when that was made.
Yeah, if that's the call, I mean, that's big.
Well, you saw the head go to the side, and that face was on there.
Yes.
Yep.
Good eyes. Good eyes, Doug.
You don't see that a lot from me, but just happened to be right in front of us. So the Trojans trail by 2 scores in this one, an opportunity, and have moved the ball pretty well in this ball game. First drive of the first half, first drive of the second half. Pick 6, really the difference in this one. First down and 10 from the 34-yard line. Go the Trojans. 2 receivers to the far side, and JT in the backfield, H-back to this side. And there goes JT, leaves Feaster alone in the backfield. Low snap, but he picks it up. Got to step up in the pocket. Getting away, and they're going to mark him down for a 4-yard gain. And the play was just a little shaky from the start.
Yeah. Looked like a little bit low snap, but JT was open there. So hopefully Coach K sees that and might make that play call here.
EJ was a long way down the field, just now getting settled back in on the offensive side of things. Snap is back. JT's going to get it the traditional way this time. Goes around now to the 50. Gets a big first down, does JT. And he's out. They'll give him the 47-yard line and another.
16-yard gain there. 16-yard gain there. Just a patience that he had, letting the play develop.
Young man down on the field is 48. We've seen him shaken up a couple of times tonight. You hate to see that by that young man.
Yeah, he's been phenomenal. He and a hard-nosed kid, just working really hard. Elijah Thompson.
Trojan fans not happy with it there as the Trojans were in their offense. But first down and 10 again. We told you the Trojans have been moving the ball well. You go down there and get the ball into the end zone here, and it's right where you want to be.
Yeah, he's up. It's Thomason, I think, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but he's actually a sophomore. That's a big sophomore.
Big sophomore. They're growing bigger down there.
Hey, but
up there, wherever they're at.
Yeah, but that's talking about JT's run there. What patience, what patience he had there, and waited for the play to develop, and maybe that's the key. Maybe he was a little ahead of himself, on some of these other runs.
2 to the top. The lone touchdown is the 51-yard touchdown run by JT that capped off the initial drive of the game. They added a field goal right before the half. It's been a game of big plays, an 80-yard run by West Monroe, a pick 6 by West Monroe, and that's where you get it here. Handoff goes to JT. This time he hits the hole quickly, bangs around. They'll give him 5, and whistle blows. Forward progress gets him out to the 43-yard line, and the Trojans will go back tempo again as EJ makes his way all the way back down on the field. They run EJ on that long route. He's being flanked to the far side by Moore. Darius now gets over here, and they'll run that. Well, no, he settles into the slot. Thought he was going for that stack offense. 2:44 to go. JT trying to get to the outside, now cuts back to the middle. Just a couple on there, and it's going to be another third down for the Trojans.
Yeah, 2 yards. They tried to back. EJ was asking for a sub, but it actually looks like Darius is coming
Darius has come out. Kirkland Bates now settles in. Snap is back. Toss comes to the near side. You got to cut up now. It's spin around. It's going to get near the 41 they give him. Trojans offense will stay out there. You can believe that, as they've got to get to the 37-yard line to move the chains. And you don't know how many possessions you get left in a game like this. You got to stay out there and go for it.
That's right. I mean, this is where West Monroe just, this is what they do to you. You have to make decisions like this.
Oh, yeah, you'd be on the north side of the fourth quarter if you get that ball away, if they get it here. 1 receiver to the top, 1 to the near side. Feaster and group will look over here. It's EJ to the top, Darius to the near side is what we see. Grayson Thibodeau is back in at H-back, which puts Tanner on the line, and the Trojans will get a timeout, and they'll want to think about this fourth down. We're going to keep it right here, and we'll think about it with them. Minute 28 to go. This has been a very rapidly moving third quarter. First half went pretty quick as well. I don't think we'll get out of here before 9 o'clock. like we have the last 2 weeks. But it's going to be a couple of Trojan touchdowns that do that for us.
Yeah, and like you said, the offense, with the exception of the last possession, that was the last two, which was a pick six. I'm sorry, I forgot about that one. But they've moved the ball well. They've gotten down, scored a touchdown, gotten down, and kicked a field goal, and obviously went to the 1 yard line on EJ's play before the unfortunate fumble. So I think the offense can put points on the board. It's just a matter of just making it happen here.
Well, you got to find where big number 76 is and where number 95, and I don't see 76. That leads me to believe they're back kind of in a passing setup.
Well, they do a little, kind of like a little NASCAR package here with their 4-down linemen when it's, like this on the 4th and medium there.
You will see pressure, Will Feaster. Got to get it out of there quick, and does. Overthrows the intended receiver. Had him there, but just a little high on that pass. Had to get it out quick and did, but that Trojan defense is going to be called on once again to make a play.
Yeah, that one might be 6 if it's, but
if he catches it, he's still running.
Right.
But you know what they say about ifs, and we told you here, you won't see the Trojans with the ball following a turnover here in this third quarter again, because don't expect West Monroe to come out throwing the ball. They're going to ground and pound. I'm telling you what, just the way that Hayden Federico orchestrates this offense, he is, you hear all of the chatter on a lot of the places about West Monroe's down. These guys aren't down at all. They play so solidly.
Yeah, just winners. And this young man's a winner.
First down and 10 from the 41-yard line. Go the Rebels. Handoff goes. No, Federico's going to pitch out on the option, bobble around, coming up and making a big-time hit. That's a collision on the near side. And Gaines got a little bit of a stinger there. As you see him tingling a little bit, looked like came in with that shoulder, and that's going to cause some tingling, and they will get a swap out of there real quick. And that's what happens. That's what you hear referred to as a stinger. You got hit, and you feel your arm tingling a little bit.
Yeah, Rylan Hall came in. Rylan had come off earlier to allow Kerrigan because of an injury that Rylan had in the first half. And unfortunately, we still don't see Blackwell out there.
46 seconds to go, now under 40, second down and 6. Big run there, going to pick up 4 yards, and that will get us out of the third quarter, we believe. I don't expect West Monroe to snap it again, and they don't have to, and indeed, Federico and that group will walk over. It'll be 3rd and 2 when we come back to start things off in the fourth quarter. That third quarter was all West Monroe. What does Ash have left? We'll see when we come back. You're watching high school football with the Ash Trojans on 446 Sports. Back to the start, the fourth quarter of play. 3rd down and 2. They flip ends of the field. Trojans have to make a stop out near the middle portion of the A, right at that Trojan that adorns the midfield here of this new turf. 3rd down and 2 in that the big I formation. Federico back under center. He's got a man to the far side, the top and the bottom, but expect that fullback to get it perhaps here. And he does. Big fullback gets it.
Didn't get it.
Stop him shy of it. It's going to be 4th down. But it's going to be 4th down in inches, and it was that first man through. Now, here's your question. Do you kick it deep, or do you go out here and try to oh, and look, West Monroe is bringing out their punt team, so you'll take that if you're the Trojans, but dadgummit, stay on side.
Yeah, hold your water
jump,
here, boys.
And watch and stay your contain on 31, who's the punter back there. Dita back at the 17-yard line. A little bit of a flinch there on the offensive line, but not enough to warrant anything. Snap is back, kick is away, and it's a good one. Washington pulls that in at the 10-yard line, trying to juke and make a man miss, and there goes Darius. Darius spinning around, and that's about the best you could hope for right there, as that gives the Trojans a little bit of momentum perhaps coming out of this. And what better way to start the fourth quarter than getting that turnover there, or call it a third down stop.
Yeah, they stopped the fullback. We stopped the fullback on that third down, and that was big. And, here's where your seniors.
That's right.
This is it. This is why you play the game. This is why you're a senior. This is why you're on the field, is to make it happen right here.
Well, this sets up a big battle. You're trying to get home field. You're trying to get a bye in the first round. You got to come out here and find a way to scratch back in this one. There goes JT right up the middle. JT spins around. That's a first down. And here comes that NASCAR offense.
Yeah, 11 yards there, just right off the right side of the line there.
Two receivers stacked to the near side, nobody on them. Snap is back, and it's quickly over to Darius, and it drops incomplete. You just got to watch that snap throw over there so far, because these West Monroe defenders are jumping that route. But I tell you, it's a good time for that pump fake over to the near side, and one of those backs just to zip down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Ty is he's 0 for 3 after the pick six, so needs a big completion to get his confidence back.
And it is about confidence. 2nd down and 10 from the 48-yard line. Feaster brings Darius in motion. Washington to the other side. Play action. Got to get out of there. And that one is thrown. He's outside the tackle box to the line of scrimmage. So incomplete pass. And that's good. And that's what you're going to see from West Monroe here in this fourth quarter. They know that the Trojans have got to throw the ball. And, boy, you got yourself a 3rd down. You try to come out and get this and make it manageable. You'll go for it on 4th down here. Because, again, we echo the statement that you don't know how many more possessions. And my Mingo comes into this one, and he'll swap places.
Yeah, Coach Parker Todd there, he was just, well coached, and he didn't take the bait on the fake.
Not at all. Feaster with Noah's Ark formation. 2 receivers to the top, 2 to the near side. That's right, JT in the backfield. So spreading them out. Boy, this West Monroe defense has been solid. Feaster back to pass. Zips that one. It is complete. Spun around, and what a big-time catch, and hanging on after the hit. Darius looking like a champ, and now he's got to get his helmet twisted around. He's going to have to come off. Now he'll settle in. Again, 2 receivers to the top and to the bottom. JT switches sides with Ty. Snap is right back over to Darius. Spun around,
look,
that looks
another
like
face
a face
mask, yep.
And it is. And they coming in from everywhere. And that's going to continue to move the ball for the Trojans. 10.5 to go.
Yeah, it's a 7-yard, almost 8-yard. That's 8-yard completion there. We're going to add on the penalty yardage.
And that will move the Trojans inside the red zone. Marching off the penalty, that'll get them inside the 15 down to the 13-yard line. Doug Gann alongside Nick Magnano bringing you high school football courtesy of 446 Sports. 10 minutes, 24 seconds to go. Trojans trail by 2 scores. Townsend looking to get the play.
My Mingo's in the slot here, Doug.
Has been quiet offensively tonight. Been in only in a handful of plays. JT gets it up the middle, trying to spin around. And he's going to be driven back. Need to throw him down and get another penalty. They don't. They let him go and push him back.
Yeah, he ran into the back of Rivette there. I think it's going to be maybe a 2-yard gain. But might have been there if he could have just.
Jalen now checks in at wide receiver. So you've got Jalen and you've got My in there with, we believe, EJ up at the top. Have to see that receiver at the top if that's EJ or Darius. Another flag on there, and that's another face mask that puts it. It'll be 1st down and 3 for the Trojans inside the 6-yard line. Ball rests between the 5 and the 6. 10:20 to go.
EJ's up top, Doug.
Trojans absolutely have got to get a touchdown out of this one. Feaster gets his group set. calls for the ball and gives it in to JT. JT banging around, trying to keep churning, and going to get inside the 3 to the 2, and that will be a first down and goal for the Trojans.
And now you got Mingo coming in the slot. EJ's on the other side, and Jalen here.
Boy, look at the way they crowd that line. They're looking for JT, and the toss is to JT. JT's banging around, spinning around. Going to get inside the 2 to the 1. You got to get up there quickly. I'd like to see Ty maybe sneak under center again like we saw him do on that 4th down play a week ago.
Doug, can we just talk about that play JT just made? I mean, there were 3 guys in the backfield, and he split them and gained a yard. I mean, that could have easily been a 3 or 4 yard loss.
But instead, you're down at the 1 yard line on 2nd and goal.
Darius Washington on the top now, and EJ down here.
Yep, they bring that big, heavy offensive line in. Thibodeau there, and that's JT off to the right side. Touchdown. JT Lindsay, touchdown Trojans. That's the way you come out and answer it. You get a defensive stop, you go right down and score. 21-16, PAT is pending. I'm telling you, the Trojans they've played well in this one, save for a couple of plays.
Well, one thing I noticed, Doug, also, Aiden Walker is on the sideline right by the coaches, and whenever that play was on the sideline where Darius got the face mask, he is right there, and he's getting them up, and he's really pushing them forward.
Bodie Van Dyke set to attempt this PAT. That kick is up, and it is good. 21-17, 9:38 to go. Going to take a break. We'll be back right after this. You're watching Ash Trojan Football on 446 Sports.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Harrell, Certified Residential Appraiser. I am currently a leading provider of appraisal services for mortgage lending, employee relocation, estate planning, and community property settlements. My experience in real estate over the past 13 years and currently serving as president of the Greater Central Louisiana Realtors Association has given me a clear understanding of the real estate world and the ever-changing market we live in today. For any of your valuation needs, give me Kimberly.
9:38 to go here. Trojans have made it a one-score game, 21-17. The pick six is the differentiator in this one. And that one is that little pooch kick to the near side. Got to be careful of a short, quick run back, and it'll be down at the 43-yard line. That was 8 that came in and got that one.
Yeah. Once again, just another, well disciplined, caught the ball, got the most of the yardage. But, like we talked about the seniors, Doug, and, JT on that, Ty ended up having 2 completions on that drive. That's just, of course, we were fortunate with the 2 penalties as well, but, they've had a few breaks go their way tonight too.
Trojans outscored 14-0 in the third quarter. They come back and get the first touchdown here, and it's 21-17. Needed another 3 and out, and this is looking eerily similar to that Ruston game. Federico with the high snap, and it's behind him. Got to get him down, though, and that's a big-time stop in the backfield. Great work.
95, Elijah Nelson
has had himself a game, young man.
Yes, he has.
Now you get way behind the sticks. That'll be 2nd down and 20. Give him a little over 20, maybe 21.
We need some discipline here. Make sure there's nothing. Looks like Amari. It looks like O is hurt, Doug.
Yep, he's coming off now, and that's going to get 40 in there, and we saw him last week.
Clayton Dole.
Yep, not to be confused with the freshman kicker.
And look, this is his 2nd game, Doug. His 2nd game. He started 2 weeks ago.
Federico, play action. Now looking good piece of work, throwing the ball in there and gets the penalty or the sack yardage back and a whole lot more. And that was good coverage by Mingo, but even better pitch and catch. But again, 3rd down and 5. Trojans with an opportunity here, even after that big completion, to get the stop and get the football back. And that's what you've got to do. 2 to the near side, 1 to the top. This looks like one of those times Federico runs the ball. Here comes motion. That's that little touch pass. Got to come up and tackle. They don't do it. It's a first down on 1st down and 21. And West Monroe comes out and grinds out the first down. Trojans needed to get them off the field there because it's going to keep that clock running under 8 minutes now.
Yeah, Doug, you go back to that second down play that Federico threw to
That was
Grant.
a bullet. Oh, yeah, it was a bullet.
I mean, great coverage by Mama, and Mama actually had his hand in, to be honest with you.
Just good football play is all it was offensively.
There's 2 plays tonight I wish we had instant replay, and and that would have been one of them, but hey, they made the play.
One to the near side, 2 to the top. Now on the line. It looked like he was going from the start. The Trojans were kind of off balance. And, wow, it looked like he was getting adjusted there at the start.
Yeah, there was he was getting set, and I don't think he, set fast enough.
Boy, that second down, second down play just seemed like it took the life out of the Trojans for just a minute. Having to keep an eye out there and see if Omarion is back on the field. I don't know that he is.
Yeah, he is.
Omarion's on the sideline over here. Ford is sitting down.
Is he?
I see him directly in front of me.
Oh, that's right. I saw the 5 off of. I'm sorry, I saw the 5 off of Nelson.
And then you have Jason Blackwell that's been played without. Handoff goes up the middle, bouncing around. Got to get him wrapped up. Finally get him to the ground, but a 2-yard pickup.
Yeah, Jalen Johnson and Nelson.
Tioga takes the lead in the 4th quarter. It's 20-18 Indians over Peabody, and what a battle that is. Here it's 21-17. You see that on your Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard. Big shout out to the folks at Wallace Eye Associates. What an event they had today. Well, you walk in where they were at, and a whole lot of different characters sitting around the table. 6.5 to go in this one. That has been just back and forth. 2nd down and 9, 8 and 7 and 6 on the play clock. Federico calls for it. Handoff's going to go up the middle, and that's a good job of diving in and making a tackle. And that is your boy 40 getting in there.
Clayton Dole. Welcome to high school football, young man.
Saw him last night out at walk-ons. 3rd down and 9. If they can keep it right around here, I think you got a good shot to, I don't know, you got to believe West Monroe's going to go for it down here no matter what they do.
Yeah.
2 to the top, 1 to the near side, 5:45 remaining. You desperately have to keep the Rebels out of the end zone here. Pick 6 separates us in this one. Federico snaps, claps, calls for it, and he's rolling to the right, trying to go to the end zone. Got a man open, that's Moore, but misses him. And that'll be 4th down. You think you have some sort of a little pooch kick in here. I don't know that you go for it 4th and 9. Maybe you try to pin them down. You're going to wind 35 seconds off the clock and probably get a timeout if you're West Monroe.
Doug, did you hear the
13-12? Menard has taken the lead over Oakdale as Menard tries to battle for a district champion. Did I hear what?
Did you hear the exhale that this whole stadium did when that ball hit the ground? Or was that just my exhale?
Let me tell you what confuses me here is that with 16 seconds to go on the play clock, well, the pass was incomplete, so never mind my ill-fated attempt to know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no.
Before anybody comments, let me comment the fact that I'm a dummy. So there you have it.
Well, Doug, there is looks like a whole group of family members around Omarion, with the trainer. So I don't know if it's head injury or...
When they're talking to him like that, you look and see if they grab his helmet. No, he's got his helmet still. They'll generally take that away from him. If he's not going to go back in, you dare say you don't want to even look at anything. Aiden Walker trying to get the crowd pumped up. Jeremiah Jeffers Wright is in there. Nelson is there, that big defensive unit. And goodness, you couldn't ask for more in this one, but Trojans need to pull off one of these close ones.
Yeah, I'm looking at him, Doug. He's walking okay. He's talking to the family member, but
Federico comes back in. Watch for that slant again. That was real effective for him. He can also make some things happen with his feet. Senior quarterback is back to pass. Here comes pressure. Oh, and he steps up in the face of it, throws this one, got a man wide open, and oh my goodness, that is worst fears realized as the blitz was there and had him down, slipped out of it, and that left 22 out of the backfield. And oh, when you look back at that, you'll see that busted play. Had an opportunity, the pressure was there. Instead, it's 27-17 with an opportunity to go back up by 11. And oh, baby, what a big play from Hayden Federico.
Yeah, I mean, just a football player, just a winner, just an athlete making a play.
Still a lot of time left in this one. Snap is there. Kick is up, and it's good. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're watching Ash Trojan football on 446 Sports.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks right from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are, or whatever you're doing. Download our mobile app today.
We are back, JL Butch Stoker Stadium. Doug Gann alongside of Nick Magnano. And the one thing you can guarantee yourself is the Trojans will not quit. Down a couple of scores, down 11 as a matter of fact. JT Lindsay, EJ Scott back to receive. That is EJ on the near side. Still got to pay attention if you are the front line of the Trojans, because don't put it past anyone to roll up a quick onside kick here and try to steal a possession. We've seen a fake punt. We've seen a pick six. We've seen a miraculous fourth down play. That was an instant sack. This one goes deep. It's going to go to JT, who's going to corral it at the 7. JT up to the 10 and 15. Good coverage by that kick team of West Monroe. And I'm telling you, the Trojans, just big plays, have caused this 11-point deficit tonight.
Yeah.
The 80-yard run on the first play, eerily similar to what happened to the Trojans last week against the Rebels in the third quarter on the first play. It was also an 80-yard run. The pick six made it a 2-score game. Had Federico sacked back here, it would have been a turnover on downs. Instead, it's a 28-17 game. The 6-inch line ball that was lost down here that led to the 80-yard play. Feaster back to pass. Little shoulder fake goes over the top. Watch for that one to be picked. Incomplete, but just left that ball up in the air a little bit too long to Darius. And Trojans have got to do something quickly.
Well, Doug, exactly what we talked about, that, you know, that Alexandria trying to get West Monroe into a passing game. I mean, this is now what they want us to do on offense. They're going to tee it up and come.
They are going to be coming after the Trojans, and we saw it from different people. They run so many different guys in there. They've got that 4-man front, but they'll blitz their linebackers that have played all world tonight. Feaster, play action, goes over there on that little one, drifting out of the backfield. That's Tanner Townsend spinning around, and he'll be down to the 42-yard line.
Yeah. 17 to the 42. Yeah, great little play action fake there, and
helmet. And boy, you're going to hear the Boo Birds come out in this one. As stops the momentum of the Trojans with 4:58 to go, and this West Monroe team is very well coached.
Yeah, they are, for sure.
First down and 10. Boy, you sneak Townsend out of the backfield like you did there, and he's been a very solid pass catcher for the Trojans.
Yeah, I have 24 unofficially on that one, and it's one of those things to where, you have a situation where they've been in that jumbo pack, that big package, and we finally got a little veer release there up the seam, and he was wide open, and of course they took the bite on the fake to JT. We did as well.
Absolutely, we did. Good to see that young man. That is Moore. He's up, and he's going to come off on his own good and on his own. It's good to see him running off so well. Shook that cramp off pretty quickly.
Yeah, I know it's unfortunate.
This humidity that's out here on this 60-degree night is really causing chaos. Clock starts and the tempo thwarted by the Trojans. First down and 10 from their 42-yard line.
EJ's up top, Darius down here.
Play action, zipped over to Darius. Makes a man miss, and what a beautiful move before he is driven out of bounds. And here comes that Trojan offense once again.
Yeah, 21-yard gain there for Darius.
Feaster looks to both sides, steps, looks to the near offense. So they go no huddle, but they still run some clock off of there trying to get it, but they've got to be careful in this one. And got 2 scores to go. Snap is back. Feaster again. That pass is complete. Good tackle on the hip of Washington. And that's big number 4 coming up and making a play. His offensive line goes up and gets him. But Darius shaken up. He may have to come off, and does. I mean, he got a hip pointer and came right off. And Kirkland Bates will get in there, and that will cause the clock to stop. But that was a textbook tackle by that young man, number 4. Came up and put a shoulder right on the hip. It wasn't leading with the head. It wasn't targeting. It was just a great tackle that time by the defense of West Monroe.
Yeah, and an excellent job of EJ holding on to the ball as well. Good pass by Ty.
Well, he's taking some hits.
Yes, he is.
When he's caught the ball tonight.
Yeah.
Trojans on the road, just to give you an idea of what's going on. We'll be on the road at West Washita. Still don't know how to get there from here. Eagles win 13-12, and they wrap up the district championship. So congratulations to David Perkins and Coach Scully and all of the coaches that are out there. And Menard picks up their first district championship since 2013, I believe. Is that right?
Yeah, well, they said 13 years is what
13 years, so 2010. So from a 2-win season last year to a district championship this year, and well played to one of the family of 446 Sports here. 4:19 to go in this one. Feaster back, play action. He's going to step up in the pocket, spins around. They'll give him 5 on the play, 2nd down and 5. Now you're getting to a point where you really got to get after it.
Yeah, we'll take that 5-yard gain and get this play off here. Jumbo package here.
Not sure the running back that's in there. It's not JT, but he's going to have it up the middle. I don't know. We'll have to look and zoom in and see who that young man is.
I got my binoculars on. Let me see. Picking him up here. That's Darbon.
Vaughn Darbon there, and we know he's a big power runner. 3:46 to go. Trojans got to score the touchdown and go for 2 here. You're down by 11. 3:36. Trojans at the point where they'll need to probably roll off an onside kick and try to get that one back. Good thing they're well versed at it, but using a bunch of clock on this play, down to 13 on the play clock.
JT back in there, Doug.
Toss does go to JT. JT trying to get to the corner. Big speed, though, and that clock continues to run, so you really, really have to hurry or you're going to run yourself out of time. Again, congratulations out to Menard in this one, but we're under 3 minutes. Trojans trail by a couple. We've seen them be able to get it and roll one up. Feaster gets the snap, going over the top on the fade. A lot of pushing and shoving, but good defensive work out there. And we've seen those DBs. That number 4 has been solid. You've got his name over there. Don't have it in front of me. Yeah, but that young man, let me see. I've got him right here. That is Chris Dade, the senior DB, who has been solid all night long. 3rd down and 9 for the Trojans.
It looks like my and Jalen over here.
Indeed it is. Mingo in the slot. Watch for him to run towards probably that J, the spot between the J and the A in Trojans in the infield. Bachman, or Mingo actually, trying to get in. But again, more time coming off there, but the play clock is stopped. Back to pass is Feaster. There's that one in, throws it in, and it's knocked in and out. And there's going to be a pass interference that's called in the end zone. Hustling in to make the call. Call from the side judge nearest us.
I wonder if that's that new defenseless receiver that John was telling us about on Coach Speak a few weeks ago, Doug. Because it didn't look like it was pre.
We'll see what the call is here. At any rate, it looks like it'd be a half to do. Well, if it's in the end zone, personal foul against the defense, and that is the call that you see.
Yeah. He said it does not have to be a helmet down. It's just if you hit them in the back, you know.
Then they're going to they're going to flag that. Long time official, and we'll see what this does. Gets the ball down to the 5-yard line, so they'll repeat third down.
Well, it's a personal foul, Doug. Why would it not be a?
Because they only have the automatics on the roughness, on the roughing, the passer, the kicker, or the holder.
So it's a half the
thing that's going to give you an automatic one, yeah. Play was called in the end zone, not going to make a difference there, but Trojans will have 2 shots at it from third down and 3.
It does make it more manageable, obviously.
Trojans like to run the toss out of this formation. Whatever you do, you get the ball into JT's hands, but everybody in red knows that.
Timeout.
And a timeout for the Trojans. And virtually what that does is if you do not get the onside kick, you've run yourself out of options on it and caused or given West Monroe the ability just to take a couple of knees. But what a ball game this is. And let me tell you, all of those people on the boards that are saying West Monroe is down this year, they don't see the heart and the fight of Hayden Federico in this group. That just a bunch of hard hitters, good coaching. They are playing with a team that said, you know what, a couple of weeks in, we lose our head coach. We have to have an interim coach on there. And, man, it's been us against the world ever since then if you're a West Monroe Rebel.
Yeah, and they've lost 1 game to Zachary, and we all know how strong Zachary
very
is.
Dominant.
And they made adjustments tonight compared to the way they played defense against Zachary. I will say that as well.
Trojans need to get into the end zone here, but I believe are only going to have 1 timeout remaining.
Yeah, I have it written down.
Watch perhaps, Tanner to drift in, a throwback, if you will. But West Monroe's defense won't give you a lot of time to run something that's slow to develop. Third down and 3 following that penalty in the end zone. Back to pass is Feaster stepping up. Zips that one in there, and it is caught into the end zone.
What a move.
Goodness gracious. Good zip on the ball. And the Trojans are going to have to go for 2 here. You do this to get it to a 1-score, a field goal game.
Right.
Because right now, if you don't and you kick it, you got to get the touchdown anyway. So this is the only opportunity that you have.
Doug, Mama Mingo on that play, and I mean, what a move, what a route he ran.
That's what we saw a little bit earlier. He gives a little shake, gets to the inside, and Feaster just put the ball dead on it with some zip.
Yeah.
28-23 in this one. Trojans trying to get it to a field goal game. Got to believe that an onside kick will be coming with just the 1 timeout. Comes a man in motion now, circles back in. Play action there, and that's that throwback. You got to have to take some work to get in the end zone, and the Trojans aren't going to get there. Trojans got to get it back, and they're going to have to score a touchdown when they do.
Yeah, what pressure at 48. 48 put on Ty. I mean, he just was all over him. He couldn't get the ball to JT when he needed to.
Bodie Van Dyke out there to tee this one up, and he's talking to his his kick team. 28-23, going to keep it right here, 2:40, or 82:40 as the clock says now, but we know it's 2:40. Well, you have watched a battle. The Trojans need to pick this up, this onside kick. They have just 1 timeout remaining, and you know every hand unit you have out there is going to be there, and there's more coming out on that front line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 men. And look who's back deep.
Wow.
Hayden Federico is back because he's one of your best ball handlers. You got 10 people within 5 yards of the ball. This one now just has to go over the top, if you will. I don't think you can roll the onside kick. You got to kick this one high and get down there and let it bounce around a little bit. And the Trojans bounce it that way right over to Moore. And, Moore just goes up and gets it. And he has been so solid both ways. Had the pick six, had this play. He's down on this one. But, I mean, he just sacrificed his body to go up and then get that one. And kudos to that young man for that big play.
Yeah, he definitely earned that. We put the pressure on him, and we tried to make a play, and he made the play.
And it was perfect. It bounced and it went high. But I'm telling you, that young man, if there was a player of the game, he's made it with that pick six that separates here. Trying to count it, 40, 80, 120. That's 2 minutes. Boy, you got one timeout. Have an opportunity, but you've got to get it back.
Yeah, Doug, you have him, who's had a great game, and you have Kadarian McNeil, number 22.
Yes.
Who had the long 80-yard run, if I'm not mistaken, and then caught the pass out the backfield that Federico played Houdini in.
Well, the quarterback play that we faced, Chance Babineau at Karen Crow is how it started. Then you face Altman, and then you got Josh Brantley up at Ruston. My goodness.
Yeah.
What quarterback play. Now, the Trojans do have an opportunity to get it back. They've got one timeout and could get the ball back. It would be a negligible amount of time. But watch Federico to get under center. I don't think you put him anywhere else but there. But that's why I'm not a coach. Had the one bad snap, but he's back there with McNeil in the shotgun, and why not?
Wow.
Got to have something big if you're the Trojans here. You cannot allow a first down at all.
Yeah. Nope.
Sneaks back again, and that's great gamesmanship.
Really?
Federico's going to run to the far side. Oh, and he makes a great move. Got to get him down, and they do, and the Trojans will quickly take a timeout.
Yeah, Jalen Johnson on that play, stayed home, kept contained, and made a great solo tackle.
Trojans don't take the timeout there, and this will get it down now under a minute, about a minute 50 before they have to snap the football. But you see Federico is running off those extra seconds by just running around.
Yeah, I was really shocked. This is not the West Monroe from when I was in high school in the shotgun,
Trying to run the clock out.
Wow.
But they put it in the hands of their playmaker, Hayden Federico, the senior quarterback.
Sure.
Who's been there for many years, down at 5-4 on the play clock. Snap is back. McNeil gets it. Here's that pressure. Got to get a timeout here. And they do with 1:46 remaining.
Clayton Doyle and Xavier White. Wow, what a play.
It's all about the X's and C's tonight.
Yeah.
On that tackle.
Just tremendous pressure through there on that second down play. Third down, now you give yourself a chance. If you can get off the field here, they would run off and you'd get the ball back with a little under a minute perhaps. Is there a little Trojan magic left out here tonight?
With this senior group, Doug, I wouldn't count them out at all.
You have to get the stop here because you look at that senior group and you know that the coaching staff over at West Monroe is telling them, look, go out there and win this game. If you get a first down, it's ball game.
Yeah, Feaster pacing around. He's eager to get out there. E.J. Scott's trying to get that hip, loose, and here's a big third down.
The play of the game. He's got McNeil in there. And look at big 76 that we saw defensively make a couple of big plays. He's out at tight end. They've got their big heavy, to say the least. Third down and 10 for the Rebels from the 47. Federico, they're going to run a little play end around, and there's a hold. It's going to come back for holding.
Yeah, and that'll stop the clock as well. So.
Going to come back for holding as that flag came back in early. And shaken up on the field for the Trojans. I mean, this has been one of the most hard-hitting games that we have seen.
There's a Rebel down,
and
too,
it looks like they ran into each other because they are both holding similar areas.
Yeah, number 11, Edmondson from
Edmondson's had such a great game, too, in here. You just go up and down the rosters of both of these squads and talk about how well they have both played. This is just a classic 2-5A matchup.
Yeah, Coach Bachman's over. I'm trying to see who. Oh, it's Jalen Johnson. So
West Monroe doing their best to try to play for a district championship next week with a win. They win here. They play Ruston for the championship next week.
Now, what a play call. The reverse there.
Dude, that is not the West. That's right.
This is, now granted, it's been a long time since I've been involved with high school football, but you have Tommy Banks when I used to play that you just give that ball to him. Of course, he was 7 yards in the backfield as a fullback, and then the tailback was at 11 or 12 yards, and he would just fall forward for, 15 yards.
Boy, what a thriller this one has been. If you liked what you've seen tonight, we invite you to like and comment and subscribe. We don't invite you to comment on how terrible I sound. Don't worry. I know that I struggle with it, but we're happy to bring this one to you. 3rd down and 20, it looks like.
Can we just give a little hat tip to number 11 from West Monroe?
Absolutely, yes.
Edmondson, what a game he has played.
Federico coming back in, and you watch the legs of Hayden. Goodness gracious. Don't think that they'll run it. To throw it here, would you even attempt to throw the ball here?
I wouldn't, Doug. Not with the way he can run.
If it's incomplete, it stops the clock.
Yeah, no, he's going to.
Federico under center. Tosses back to the near side. Get him out of bounds. We'll take that.
Yes.
And they do.
Wow.
They get him out of bounds. And how about that? That is exactly like an incomplete pass.
Carrick Gaines coming up from the free safety position.
And look at him coaching him up right now. I go back to 76 in this game, and I'm going to quit calling him 76, and I'm going to look that young man up. Because let me tell you, at the end of that play, he goes over there and he talks to that young man. He says, hey, if you keep it in bounds. That's Nate Green. We have seen the senior all over the place. Great work by Nate Green. Darius, that doesn't look like Darius back there. Is
that Jimmy? Jimmy Duncan.
Jimmy Duncan.
Yeah, Darius
stands.
I think Darius is hurt.
He got hit on the hip early.
Yeah.
How about you roll one back over his head? That one is there. The kick is away.
Oh, what a punt.
And beautiful punt at the time you needed it. Jimmy's got it at the 11. Needs some Jimmy magic. Jimmy comes up, takes a big hit at the 24, but everybody on their feet. The Trojans got a minute 37 to come back and try to win this one. And oh, baby. Hold on to what you're doing tonight. 1:27 on the clock.
Doug, we talked about the experience and the coaching of West Monroe, but that number 22, who's had such a great night, he's a sophomore.
Yeah, he's going to be big time.
But you get run out of bounds.
But did you see the big senior Nate Green go up and he's got his arm around him and he's going off with him saying, hey, you stay in bounds, it runs off some time.
Right. Doug, I think Darius is back on, but
you got Jimmy in the slot here. Yeah. Jalen is in the slot on the far side.
And
JT in the backfield with Ty. Snap is back. Trojans got to go down and win this one. Ty going over the middle, and it's intercepted, and dadgummit, there's number 4 once again. West Monroe is going to come out of here. They're going to move to 8-1 on the season, and that will set up a big district championship there with Ruston next week. And Feaster throws the INT that will end in tonight's ball game. 1:22 remaining. West Monroe looks like they're going to hang on and win this one 28-23 on that interception, and just misses Mingo.
Mama was there, and he just – just a little over. Mama may have got a fingertip on it, but of course, 4 made a great play. He had to dive for it to make the play, and he did.
He dove for it and falls on it and doesn't try to do anything out of it, just secured it, and he knew that he had secured the win, and that's going to put West Monroe in the victory formation. They will come out of here with the win tonight in a hard-fought 28-23. And you can point to so many plays in this game, and that's class by the Trojan side of it. A lot of times you'll see people fire in and go in there and they sit back and know that it was just a hard-fought game, and Jeffers right at some of the offensive line hugging it out there.
Yeah, Chris Dade. Chris Dade is number 4, if I'm not mistaken. He's a senior defensive back. So, I mean, you've got senior number 11 makes the play. You got senior Federico makes the play. You got senior number 4, Dade makes the play. I mean, just.
You can say what you want to, but this West Monroe team is not down. They will be ready to go because this Trojan team that'll be 5-4 has really, really went toe-to-toe with Ruston, with St. Thomas More, with Karen Crow, now with West Monroe, and that's going to be the final play of the contest tonight. And on senior night, the Trojans will drop this one 28-23, fall to 2-2 in district play. And we'll try to get a word with Coach Bachman and then get him up here for the post-game show. And we know that he is very cordial to come up here and talk to us after these. We'll get the lights back on in a minute, and my goodness, the Trojans will fall in this. I'm going to take a break. We'll be back in 2 minutes for the Trojan wrap-up show, and we'll do that right after this on 446 Sports.
It all started with a sketch on a napkin, an idea created by 2 walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Lock On.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing.
Is your vision just not as crisp and clear as it used to be? Are you having difficulty driving, especially at night? Are you over 40 and now needing reading glasses? If so, the trusted eye care team at Wallace Eye Associates is here to help with your family's eye care needs, just like we have been for nearly 40 years. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Harrell, Certified Residential Appraiser. I am currently a leading provider of appraisal services for mortgage lending, employee relocation, estate planning, and community property settlements. My experience in real estate over the past 13 years and currently serving as president of the Greater Central Louisiana Realtors Association has given me a clear understanding of the real estate world and the ever-changing market we live in today. For any of your valuation needs, give me, Kimberly Harrell, a call.
We're back for the Trojan wrap-up show. You see your Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard, 28-23. The Trojans lose this one. Great scene down on the field as Trojan fans and family out there for senior night. Trojan's going to have to go down and win next week and try to wrap up if they want to get a game back here at Butch Stoker Stadium in the playoffs. I don't think now that puts us in a position to finish in the 8th. West Ouachita, you see it on your Saddler's Towing scrolling scoreboard, wins that one 21-7. Peabody and Tioga tied at 26, so if you want to hop on over there and see that when you can here, the final is 28-23. And my goodness, what a ball game this is. And Coach Nick is down on the field, and we're gonna go down. And Nick, didn't see you sneak down there, buddy. But you're down on the field, and what a scene it is down there.
Yeah.
There you go. See if you can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, yep, I see you over at the 20-yard line. And, just a hard-fought battle and big plays. And, boy, I don't know. It's a tough one there. But I know we'll find out a little bit more in the post-game show that we do, too. But tough way tough way to end senior night here.
Yeah, he's talking to his dad, Doug. So, and I could just see it in his face. He just
look. You see
he's
Coach
frustrated.
Mercer over there with his family, and what a great group. Yeah, if you'll sneak over there, he'll come in and talk to you. You just have to make your way over to him. He said he'll forget. Just hop in there and grab him.
Yeah, I know West Monroe's excited about their win, but I mean where they're at right now is, a little close to this, if you know what I'm saying, Doug.
Yeah, I get that. A lot of folks out on the field. It was senior night, and goodness gracious, what a game is all that I can see. I see them breaking up over there. So if you'll jump in there and grab Coach Bachman, he'll come around and talk to you.
Yeah.
Glad it's you asking the questions and not me, my friend. 28-23, the Rebels of West Monroe hang on and win this one. My goodness, what a ball game it was. Be just a game of inches, and we're going to turn it down there to you. Go ahead, Nick.
Hey, Coach. Just tell me your thoughts right now. Incredibly disappointed. Disappointed for the kids. Certainly wanted to play better in the second half. Wanted to coach better. It should start there, and just a huge swing there and on a couple of plays. And there's some other things that just disappointed.
Well, I'm going to tell you something while we're right here. 20 years ago, this never happens to a West Monroe team in Alexandria. I know it's not a moral victory. Okay.
Yeah.
But they had to earn it, Coach. They had to earn it.
Yeah, but until we all quit thinking like that in Central Louisiana and taking a back seat to people, then you don't change. And I appreciate what you're saying. I get it, but that ain't what these kids believe, and that ain't anything inside our program. That I don't care who they are or where they from or what it's like. Put a ball down and let's play. And so, that's the mentality that we have for our kids. But yes, I am proud of the stride and just this season that the kids have made. And we've got to really. We can't let this one linger into next week. We have another big ball game coming.
Sure. Well, I definitely appreciate the time, Coach. Thank you.
There you go, Nick. Nick Magnano finishing things up. That's going to wrap it up for here, and we will work on the post-game show, getting it set up. Don't go anywhere. You watched Ash Trojan football. They dropped this one tonight, fall to 5-4. We'll be back on the road to West Ouachita next week. That's going to do it here from J.L. Butch Stoker Stadium. I am Doug Gant. For my man Brett Stallsby, Roger Walker, Nick Magnano, and all of the Trojan Nation, of all of you that watched along tonight, God bless you all, and good night.
Nick Magnano.
It all started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by two walk-on bench warmers.